Hello, everybody. Hey, Krista, how are you, sweetie?
Hey,
I
Krista. Hey, Leanne.
How you doing, hon? How are you?
I just
I was. You what, hun?
I said I was just living the dream.
You live the dream.
Yeah,
It's actually fun doing YouTube. It's just a lot more work than people realize. I think, you know.
yeah, I do
So,
too. It is a lot of work. Krista.
hey, Krista. Yes, we did this time for you, and there's a smaller crowd, which is fine. I wanted to. I wouldn't mind. Trying out earlier times in the day myself. Like I like to be flexible, but apparently it's not as good a time for everybody else. But we'll go with it, right, Jen?
Yes, that's right.
So uh, it sounds like they're surrounding Drummond, eh?
Well,
Austin
I
Drum.
don't know. I don't know if that is just I don't know if they're actually going to catch him. I don't know that he hasn't crossed state lines. They say that, there's a huge law enforcement presence with the Oil Well Road and Pleasant Plain Hill Road or something like that. But I know that the marshals have filed a complaint or something like that stating that there should be a nationwide emergency.
Right.
That they
Yeah.
have gotten word that he has crossed state lines. So the information is conflicting right now. For me
Okay.
anyway.
Okay. Hello, Sharon. Nice to see you. Sorry, Krista. I know. I'm gonna. I don't know. We'll try another day. Hey, Cindy, how are you? We'll try another time, another day, and see how that goes. Sharon, thank you for doing the YouTube thing, sweetie. I appreciate it. Yeah, let's watch this and see because JLR was doing a full, like as if like he's pulling up Facebook and everything, and I just didn't have time today to do all that. Man, he's got Magnolia full time in the background doing this, right? Like all the research.
Right.
So anyway, I didn't get a
You know
chance, but I
that
saw this. What?
I know that I know that they arrested a woman, a female. So we've got
Yeah.
three arrests. Yeah, they arrested her, and they're those. She's right there in Jackson. So I don't like I said. I mean, you can see what you come up with, but there's
Yeah.
some there's some. Oh, let me see. I just saw it just a little bit ago where they were talking about the U.S. Marshals were filing a complaint having to do with oh gosh, I don't know exactly what I'm saying. I don't know. Trying to
Okay.
remember that on the complaint something about a nationwide emergency that he has fled the state. They are getting information that he's fled.
Well, there was a bolo or something, didn't that? Somebody say something about a bolo, which is across state lines when they believe they've crossed state lines. There was
Possibly,
a
yeah.
bolo sent out. So yeah. So anyways, we'll listen to this clip and then do you want to did you do a reading on it that we can look at I can pull cards and we can look at your lines or what do
Sure,
you want?
yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, sounds
Okay.
good.
Okay, let's listen to this and then oh we'll
Now, breaking news from Jackson, Tennessee, where the search continues for Austin Drummond. He's the 28-year-old that's been on the run since 4 people were killed last week in Lake County. Mike Suriani is live near Union University, where we have seen another large law enforcement presence today. Good afternoon, Mike.
So is this the woman? I'm going to stop it even though it's a short clip because yours surely got a copyright strike from a Jay Slater video this 4 o'clock this morning for
Oh wow,
2 minute clip that I shared of another 2 minute, swear to God, clip I shared of another channel.
that's
So
crazy.
2 minutes. I was going to email the guy because they give you the right to email. I was going to be like, seriously, dude? like, like,
Right, that was ridiculous.
like 2 minutes? I was like, come on. I was like, I'm not going to fight with the guy. He took the time to do it. Obviously, he felt, So.
Yeah, violated.
Hey, and good afternoon to you, Sanetta. Yeah, I'm here just over my shoulder is Union University. This is Oil Well Road behind me, and then off to my left is Pleasant Plain Road. So this area is blocked off by law enforcement. Videographer Ryan Clee is going to pan around now, give you some idea of the law enforcement presence. We have officers, SWAT team that are suiting up in that church parking lot across from where I am. Overhead, a helicopter is circling, and then back to my right at Pleasant Plain road. There's highway patrol and other officers set up over there as Ryan pans around to give you an idea of what that looks like. Of course, traffic is blocked off. You can't go down in that area. This is reminiscent of Friday when just about 2 miles from here, that neighborhood was covered up with law enforcement.
So is this where they found the girl? Hey, Jeff, how are you?
I'm not real sure if that's where they found her or not. I haven't looked at her address yet or tried to find her.
Okay.
Hey, Jeff. But I did show this earlier on my live when it did appear that that's the church, and there it is. Yeah, that's where they were convened. And so, yeah, I can definitely show that. You can definitely show that on the map. I'll send it to you. I'll send you his map and show it.
Okay, we'll watch this. We'll pull up the map. I'll pull cards, and then we'll move into Jack and Lily. And well, first you want to mention the birthday of what's her name? I apologize. I haven't done
that's
work
okay.
on her.
Layla Santanello.
Yes.
Santanello. Yeah.
Okay. We'll
you
do
want
that
me to talk
first.
about her real quick?
Do you want to do this? Finish this first?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then go ahead, hon.
Yeah, finish that. Go ahead, finish that.
Okay. I pulled it out of order on you. See, I told you. I get all organized, and then when I get on chat, if I don't get on a live, I'm good. I can follow instructions. But little socialite over here, little Gabby Gab needs to write more because the Gab with gift of the Gab just gets going, and I just get all distracted.
Same girl.
Okay, let's
while you're doing that, I'm going to send you the link to Austin's map that I just started creating.
Perfect.
Was where they found Drummond's vehicle, that Audi that he abandoned over there Friday or at some point, and there was an extensive search over there since that time. And over the weekend, we told you about two persons arrested and charged as accessories after the fact in the crime that Drummond is wanted for. And also, the latest and another bit of news came out when U.S. Marshals said they don't believe that Drummond is in Tennessee any longer. So I'm thinking maybe that someone has maybe seen someone suspicious. That's very possible, and that's what's caused this massive show of force again here in the Jackson area. So I'm sure people are on edge and will continue to be on edge until they find Austin Drummond. Now, we're going to be following events here and have more later on our newscasts and, of course, on WREG.com. Reporting live in Jackson, Mike Suriani, WREG News Channel 3.
Mike, as you pointed out, a lot of moving parts and a lot for police to figure out. Again, Drummond.
How close is he to you? I haven't even looked at the map.
I mean, it's I mean, I don't even know what we would call it. I mean, the quadruple unalivings, that's really not too far from us. Jackson, that's maybe a couple of hours, but
okay, still like close enough to be concerning when he's been on the run for 6 days now, 7 days.
Yeah. And I didn't anticipate him being arrested until possibly the 7th. And I didn't think that he would be still in the area, but I'm open to changing my mind, but if you go in close and look at those two markers, where the yellow, the black, and the red is down there. That's where we want to zoom in and look.
I just want to say thank you first to Kim, because Kim, you mentioned last night in the live you'd find Malaya's birth date, and I heard you gave it to Jen. So thank you for that. That's amazing. So appreciate that. Where did you find it? Put that in the chat for us as we zoom in. Just wanted to get that out before I forgot her. Sorry, Jen.
No, that's good. I appreciate Kim. I've already started adding Malaya into the map.
I know. I can't wait to see when it comes up.
Yep.
Okay.
So zoom on in. Let's look at it close, because this is how close that we should expect the lines to be. We should expect these lines to be right there. So keep on going on in. That's where the car was found. So we want to go up. Yeah, that's where the car was found. We want to go up to that next marker and just keep on going up. I'm sorry, not going up. Go back. Zoom in. Zoom in.
Okay.
So the church that we just saw, that's the church right there.
Right here.
Yep. And it's
Oh
those
my
woods.
God.
Yeah, it's those woods that they are searching. It was those woods right there where that red line is, and if you want to click it, you'll see that this is dark. This is Austin's dark moon and Leo line. So there's a lot of disordered aggression that is
Yeah.
coming here with a lot of public attention, publicity, and it's a lot of darkness. And it's trining his Saturn, which, we discussed, he's going through a Saturn return. And that Saturn line goes all the way to Chicago, Illinois, which is where the gang is affiliated. The gang that he's with is rooted, it's rooted in Chicago, Illinois. So I was thinking that he could possibly be found in, say, Mississippi. He's fled to Florida before, so I don't think that he would go to Florida. Some of the lines that I did, or some of the angles that I put in there the other day didn't save. I guess I clicked off of it before I actually saved it. So some of my work isn't saved. But if you zoom out, you'll see that this angle where his Saturn is going straight up into Illinois. Well, the opposition that he has that's coming on the 7th. So in 3 days, this opposition that is coming, you can zoom out a little bit. Because there's, you'll see St. Louis right there, and then there's Illinois, and that's where his Saturn is going. So that's where the gang is rooted. But the opposition goes from Memphis into Mississippi and down into Louisiana. And that opposition that is coming with that Saturn is going to be where the U.S. Marshals show up and show out. That's where they shine, where those black lines are, where that circle is, all those lines that is going. I mean, and he could be found in Memphis. He could be found in Mississippi, New Orleans, in Louisiana. But I'm thinking that it's this opposition with his Saturn. That's where I'm going. So far, that's where I'm wanting to find him, is going through Mississippi into Louisiana. That's where I want to find him. Yep.
And right now he's heading this way, though.
No, that's where the gang is rooted.
Oh,
the gang
sorry. Okay, yeah, towards Chicago. Yes.
He does have associates in Missouri, so that's another possibility. Missouri, right there. Yep, that's where the TBI actually meets their midheaven. So if the TBI get on him with groups, with affiliations, with video, possibly, or like the interstate. If they find out if he's in a vehicle, they find that they look at the plates. That could be how they reach their midheaven. So he could be found in Missouri. I don't have a hot spot there yet. But
where is he right now again, hon? Where's this sighting? It's still Tennessee.
Well, the alleged sighting was right near where he was.
Right here.
Yeah, right where the car was found. But I don't think that's where he's at. I don't think he's on foot. I think he's got plenty of people that are helping him. And I think that he's in another vehicle. That's what I think. I could be wrong. But like I said, I wasn't showing.
Is he the one that they were saying 5 vehicles were missing from some guy's yard?
No, there was, they found the Audi, the white Audi. They were looking they found the truck.
Yep.
They were looking for a video of who was driving the truck.
Yep.
So, that's
I thought I heard somebody say that he was broken into and there was 5 cars missing. It must be another case. I've been watching so many. Because if there's multiple people involved, I could see diversion tactics in different cars. But
so click on that red line.
So you think that's the girl then, that this is the girl that's in relation to that was arrested, is what you're thinking?
Well, no, I mean, that line is definitely going where the car was found.
No, well, then,
and because the map is going to show all of time. So this sighting was already foreseen when the baby was dropped off at that house.
Yeah.
So it was already foreseen. This is for all of time.
But the arrest today, or they're supposedly the third person was arrested. The girl.
She's out of Jackson. Yeah, she's out of Jackson. So that's going to be in
Yeah,
that same
so
area.
that's what I'm
Yep.
saying. So the person
Oh, yeah,
arrested was her, not Austin, because you think he's in another car in another direction. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what we're looking at on the chart is her more than it is him
Yes.
at the moment with the
I mean,
car.
it's
That's what
all
I'm
of
saying.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all of it. It's the car, it's the publicity with all the
Okay.
attention in Jackson. Yeah.
Okay.
And then if we go to the
Oh, Kim, well, thank you. Oh, it's a crime and shame gave it to her. Did you ask for Daniel's? Can we get Daniel's birthday? If you want to ask her, that would be absolutely fabulous. Probably I should not ask her. You know, I had it out here one day in my life. Not cool recently.
So if you zoom out and go to where the marshals shine, where with that red line going south.
Yeah.
And so that's Austin's Jupiter in Capricorn, and it's squaring the Mercury in Libra. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Jupiter squaring the Mercury in Libra, his Mercury in Libra is where the marshals shine.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then the Mercury in Libra could be all of the media attention that is going to come to him on this angle. I think that that's possible, especially when that Saturn is being opposed, because his Mercury opposes his Saturn. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The media, the attention, the law. So I'm expecting him to go straight south, going through, Stanton, Somerville, going on down into Mississippi and then into Louisiana.
So you don't think he's getting caught today?
I don't think so.
Because you said the 7th and then the 14th, eh?
The 7th, I think it was the 7th and the 15th, but I'm looking for him. I'm looking for a lot of action going down on the 7th with him and the marshals.
Oh, okay. John, I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling well. I can't take responsibility. But there is stuff going around. Poor Rory was at the hospital with a fever of 104 last night. My granddaughter. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate it. Hey, Lloyd. Just gonna say hi to everybody for a sec, Jen. Okay. Yeah, you and I, we're gonna be. You're like right to business, and I'm like need to like maybe the happy medium between the two of us. Okay, now what am I looking at? Do we want to get? What else do you want to see?
I think that that's about it. I mean, we can. That's what I'm thinking right now is that he's going to be found with that Saturn opposition because he is going through a Saturn return. That angle didn't produce anything, but the arrests. I mean, it did produce something. It produced the arrest. It produced the vehicle. But now where is he? So I either want to go into Missouri to find him or I want to come down into Mississippi and to Louisiana to find him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just see let me pull this up. Trying to see if I can. There you go, Jen. Sorry to small size you, but okay. So what do we want to know? Let's see what we can figure out with the cards. What do you want to know, everybody? Jen, what do you think I should ask to compare to what you got? Is he going to get found? Like how soon?
I'd like to know if there's anybody else. I'd like to know if there's anybody with him, if he's alone or if he is with someone.
Okay. If he's alone or with someone. It's going to be a little hard. Some of the cards are hard. Those things are hard to get with the cards, but let's see what we get. So we got the devil. Not surprising. The guy's pretty sadistic. Is he alone? Is he alone? I don't think so. Definitely don't think so. I got the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Hermit. So he's laying low. And we have a High Priestess. King of Pentacles is laying low with a High Priestess. So let's do some more. But that would seem to be a female energy. See what I can get on top of that. Let's get some other clarifiers, but very interesting. Who are we on? Sorry, sweetie. You know what? I need to start getting a little counter. 3 of Cups. 3 people. We'll see if I get another number. 3 of Cups. We are on Drummond. What's his first name? Oh my God.
So those three people at their home in Jackson, and the
Was
woman,
there?
the last arrest, the last arrest maybe being
Seriously?
a woman. Yeah.
Oh God. See, I haven't been following that in that much detail. Austin Drummond. Sorry, Donna. This is why I need to stay out of chat when I'm pulling cards. Okay, 3 people. What do we got? How many people are with Austin Drummond? King of Swords. Female, male, and 2 males and a female. That's what I'm getting. 2 males and a female. Whoops, I got too many cards that fell out. And then I've got 4 of Pentacles, so 3 or 4 people. I've got the page, so there could be a child. We're at 3 adults and a child. That makes sense?
Yeah, it does. And the swords is making me think of that Jupiter line.
Okay. Yeah, because of the arrow. And what, because of the direction?
Well, I just think of swords. I think of Sagittarius.
Yeah. Let me pull up the, You got to bear with us. We're going to get into, yours truly has to get into more like me has to get into this routine of working both.
I guess the wands would be more of the Sag. The swords would be more of the Justice, right?
Well, swords are communication, direction, analytical thinking. It can be, but again, I read more intuitively with true crime. I kind of was thinking the same thing. I was actually thinking of bullseye, like very, like really like a specific direction, like they're really traveling quickly in a specific direction is kind of what I was picking up. But I think it's more I think it's more, we got the 3. I think we got 3 adults and a child is what I'm getting. Two males, a female, and a child is what I think.
When I read, obviously, I'm going to read with the astrology. So I'm thinking the swords wouldn't be with that Jupiter line. The swords would actually be, the Jupiter line would actually be the wands. You don't have any wands. So the swords, the King of Swords would make me think of the Justice, which would be the Libra. So I'm still going to go down.
Hang on, sweetie. Hold on. I'm trying to just get this set up, Jen. Sorry, honey. You still want to go what?
Yeah, I still want to go south to that Libra then, because the swords are going to be the Justice. It's going to represent the Libra line.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that he might be alone then with the King of Swords, because he is alone. The swords is reminding me of the Justice.
Yeah.
Kid, playful. I don't know.
I think he's with people. The child in the middle of all this chaos and madness. The child, Caitlin, is pregnant. Who's Caitlin?
His wife, the sister of Courtney. That was.
Yeah, but these are people who are there deceased.
Yeah, but her sister is deceased, and she is married to the killer. She's married to Drummond. She's with his child. She's locked up.
Okay, sorry. I'm now confused.
It's okay.
The family of the deceased, Caitlin, the 20-year-old that's deceased, right?
Courtney is
Courtney, sorry. Courtney was the woman that was oh my God. What's the name of the bureau?
Donna, I don't think she's locked up on these charges, but everything that I've read, she is in jail.
She's not locked up.
I don't know. It's hearsay, so I don't know. I haven't pulled up her record or anything. It's just
she works for Oh my God.
She
Parole, the
used,
parole office, doesn't she?
yes, she used to. She got fired.
Oh, okay. Donna says she's not locked up. This is the grandma. She's the grand. I'm so confused. She
No,
just, she was
no,
fired.
no, she's not the grandmother. No, Caitlin is not the grandmother. She is the sister. She's the sister, and Courtney. Yeah, Courtney's the grandma, and the
Is
sister is.
Austin Drummond traveling alone? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. No. Is Austin Drummond traveling with 3 other adults and a child? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. No. Is Austin traveling with 3 adults and a female who is pregnant? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. Wow. No idea. But the page is a young energy. I don't think he's alone.
Yeah, he
I
may
don't
not
think
be.
he's alone. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
let's
Caitlin
see.
is my sister, but there's not been 4 arrests. There's only been 3. According to the TBI, there's only 3 arrests that's been made.
But this also makes it look like he is not traveling and he's actually at rest and he's like
Oh,
underground,
okay.
right? So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But you've got him traveling, so we'll see. Okay, let's get into what do you want to do next? Do you want to talk about
Layla.
Layla?
So
Do you
Layla
have
Santanello, her birthday is tomorrow. She will be 23. She has been missing since, God, it's been 2 years now. She went missing in Kingsport, Tennessee. And she would be, like I said, she would be 23. She went missing when she was 20, just 1 month shy of her 21st birthday in June 27th, 2023, Kingsport, Tennessee. And she is said to have overdosed. And the people that are in the know have not come forward. And if they have come forward, which I do think that is in the works, I think that there's about to be arrests made soon. And I think that she is about to be brought home. I think that they are going to give it up and tell what they did with her body.
What do you
And I
think
think
happened?
that I know where her body is. On her map, it's very, very specific. There's a very specific area where I think that she's going to be located. And I'm hopeful that it's going to be before the end of the year. They're going to make an arrest and they're going to bring her home.
And where do you think that is?
It's around Hidden Valley Drive in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Okay.
I think that her remains will be found right around there.
Okay.
It's going to go, it's on her Venus line, so it's a Virgo line.
Yeah.
And when she went missing, her Venus was being opposed by Neptune. And she's an addict. So, Venus, Neptune, there it is. Her mom's got an angle with a lot of pain. All the 5th house of kids are right there. And that's where I feel like she's going to be found.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think that there's 2 people that know what happened to Layla. She was last seen at the AmeriCorps. She was running around. She was paranoid. Her mom was taking her to court to try to get Nova, her little girl. She was paranoid that there was cops all around, and she was running around asking, knocking on doors, asking for a Michael. Her boyfriend at the time was a Michael, but that's not the Michael she was looking for. She was specifically looking for Michael with all the tattoos, and I later found out that the Michael with tattoo. Well, I found him. I found the Michael with the tattoos, and his street name is Nation, Michael West. And I think that he and another girl were in a hotel room. I think that they left AmeriCorps. I think that they went to the West Side Inn. I think that that's where it happened. And then I think from there, they took her body. But I have her mapped from the AmeriCorps at the time that an eyewitness saw her running around knocking on doors. So that's where I have her map from.
Gee, okay.
Which it's going to tell the same story, you know. So that's what I knew for sure. I had went to Kingsport. I had talked to the woman, me and Brittany, Layla Santanello's bonus mom. Me and her had went there, and we were talking to her, the woman that saw Layla, that asked her to come into her room to calm her down. And she told me the time. She told me what she noticed. And then, of course, we went to the West Side Inn. The West Side Inn was being demolished.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't feel like I knew for sure if she had went to the West Side Inn. So I didn't map her from the West Side Inn. I mapped her from the AmeriCorps at the time that the woman saw her. So
Right.
that is exactly how I'm obtaining the area in which I think she's going to be found very soon. I do.
Okay.
I see a lot of movement in the transits. I see it. It's going to come about. She's going to be found.
Okay. So she would have been, today was her birthday. So she would be 22 today.
She would be
Is that
23 tomorrow, August 5th.
23?
Yeah,
Oh,
she'll
5th. Okay, tomorrow. I thought it was today. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So me and Brittany, me and her bonus mom and her dad, we met in Kingsport looking for her, and then me and Jeff went back to Kingsport looking for her, and then me and Jeff are going to go back again if they don't find her soon. We're going to go back and we're going to use the map.
Okay.
Going to use the map. I feel very confident that I know exactly where she could be found.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm 6 hours away. So, you know, it's just we've got a bunch of chickens, and we've got a garden. So we have to get people to come out for the weekend so we can go.
Right.
To take care of our chickens. Yeah.
Yeah. Get it. I get it. Yeah. They don't feed themselves.
Yeah. And we live in the country, so I do worry about a lot of, I do worry about predators. They're like our kids, our kids are grown. Yeah. So now we're, chicken mom and dad.
Chicken mom and dad. That's hilarious.
But Brittany is going to she's putting a lot of things together for tomorrow for the little vigil, the lantern release that they're going to do tomorrow. And she's going to have other parents of the missing. She's going to acknowledge Sebastian and some of the other kids that are missing. So okay. I'm really proud of her. She's done so much work, and her and GJ have 3 kids together. So they live in New Jersey. So when they come to search for Layla, they're making a big drive from New Jersey coming all the way, to Tennessee. But, GJ it's just time that we put this to rest.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. Sorry. I just want to mention something. Sorry, Jen. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm trying to get ready in the background. Jesus. Chicken mom. It is funny. It's cute. Whenever you see, apparently there is a Peter Pumpkins farm on Riverside. I know. I think revisited it. I don't know. We can look at it if you want, Jen, later.
Yeah.
Because I know Reverend Donna brought it up. So Ryan Finds Truth is searching too.
Yeah, I won't even get into Ryan Finds Truth. I won't even get into that. Let me just say that I'm sure he's a great person, but my experience with him, I have a bad taste in my mouth. So I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. I trust. We better leave it. Yes. Okay, I got too many screens up. I did a video today, the one video I pulled up by mistake a second ago. I did a video today on Hayden. Have you guys heard of little missing Hayden Menace? So check that out. That'll be released at 5:30. So I pull it up, or 5:30, 7:30 rather tonight. That's a wild case. It's an hour video. It's a cold case, and I'm going to start doing cold cases. before we watch this, Jen, anybody that you want to direct to any of the videos you did today?
I did a video about Martha Leanne Green, who went missing out of Dixon, Tennessee,
Okay.
1987. And that case is very dear to my heart. I've worked with the law enforcement on her case, and the retired captain, he's the one that joined the Find Me group.
Okay.
So Jeff and I will be going to Dixon. The part 2 with her is going to be where I'm looking in the areas where I think that she is. And I have told the retired captain who was on her case. I have, and I'm hoping that this will get more traction, because the main suspect with Leanne Green's case, he was coming back and forth to Dixon, Tennessee. He's now deceased, but he was coming back and forth to visit a friend. And it was this friend that needs to be questioned, that needs more intensity put on him, because he's living his best life in California. And, you know, Brandy, your experience with Ryan is so different from mine. And so everybody has their own opinion based on their experience of dealing with people. And that,
I don't know, Brandy.
I don't really want to get into it, because I don't think that it's relevant. But at the same time, it is, you know, I think that everybody has their own opinion.
Yes.
And to say that he's one of the few good ones out there, but my experience says the opposite. I think I'm one of the few good ones out there. So it's like, you know, when you tell me you're going to do something and we make plans for a search, and you begin to make fun of my lines, and you make fun of my work, that I work very hard, and it's showing time and time again to be fruitful in finding the missing. I think that's a shitty attitude. I don't like that shitty attitude, and I don't like to be lied to.
No. And I want to say this, Brandy, Jen is a friend of mine and also my guest of mine. So I also don't appreciate you talking about my guest who's on our panel that way. And I also want you to know that what we deal with as creators and how we see other creators in true crime as a creator is very different than you guys clicking and watching a video. I've seen signs of creators and personality parts of a creator that would have your mouths drop to the floor wide open. The ones that you love and adore are not always the people you think they are, from my vantage point in the back row. I just generally last night talked about the mob crew, right? Y'all think he's fucking amazing. Well, he doesn't really want to find the truth, in my opinion, okay? Because he didn't take 2 minutes to validate that I have a valid proof of the audio clip attached to a fucking flashlight ring camera, not flashlight, sorry, ring camera video. But he'll steal, which is a copyright strike, my membership video and shit talk me when I left true crime for a couple months. But y'all will flock to him. I think that's a really fucking dirty and shitty thing to do to another creator. I don't fucking like him because of that. He might do good work. I don't fucking like him because that's not an integrity to me. That's my fucking opinion. You don't have to own it, but with my experience, you have to be able to honor and trust my experience. So, Brandy, I would ask you to do the same. You're entitled to your opinion, but don't shit talk my guest.
Her opinion. She's
but
definitely
don't shit talk. Don't shit talk my guest. Donna, I'm going to ask you to time people out who want to comment about my guest. They're not going to be allowed to. It's not going to be tolerated. You can say, Brandy,
how I roll. How she has no idea how I roll. She has no idea the time and effort and the money and the all that I spend searching for these kids. And you know, when somebody tells me that they're going to help search, and then they are joking and you know making fun of my work, that says a lot about their character. Okay, So, you
Mhm.
know,
Well, that's
that's how
exactly what I'm saying with the mob crew. He makes everybody think he really fucking cares, but does he really care? Because anybody that really wants to find Sebastian wants to know where that fucking audio clip came from. Anybody with the two brains that really wants to find that child. So every time he stands up there and you guys watch his videos, it's my fucking opinion he doesn't give a rat's ass other than clicks and fucking views. Sorry. And Jen's entitled to that opinion about
yeah, it's
this
my
guy.
experience. That's right. It's my experience. So
So let's not do that anymore, everybody, because that really pisses me off. And I have been known to just say, fuck it, I'm canceling the live because I expect the chat to be respectful. If you're here for free and you have the audacity to be rude, you're not going to stay here for long. This is a
yeah, coming
free
in here
service.
talking about another creator, that's rude and disrespectful, and you know, I don't
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yes. And, you know, you guys, you can watch the mob crew and he can put great content out, but I don't think he's really all that in integrity. That's my opinion. And the same for Jen. And that's what we see as creators. I could tell you shit about creators, but I'm not going to. Okay. Other than the obvious shit for brains that just gaslight everybody with trauma, I could go into all the ones you love and give their dirty shit. And I'm sure Jen could too. I don't go there. But when you fuck around and you tick people off, I'm going to speak out when you talk about me and you show up and you shit talk my channel while you will not even take 5 minutes to legitimize something. I'm going to tell you people that show up here. And I think Jen has a right to do that too. Because if you come here to watch us, we trust you, trust us and our opinion. And I don't want people believing things that aren't true. That's the other thing I want to get onto a different topic quickly, because some people, I want to make it very, very clear here that these are our opinions. That's why I have the scroll bar at the bottom of every video, all video, the whole length of the video and every live. But I am liable if you don't put in my opinion in your comments. So when you guys post things like fact, I better have a link attached to it proving it's fact. Otherwise, you had best put IMO, or I'm going to start removing things. Okay. I got a copyright strike for 2 minutes of a video I shared 8 months ago at 4 o'clock in the morning. YouTube does not frig around. And 3 strikes and you're out. So if you have an opinion and you can't back it up with a link, then you're going to be removed if he doesn't say IMO. Okay. Let's just set the ground rules and then we'll get back into having some fun here. But Donna and all the other mods, that's the rules. And I don't tolerate it either. People come out and they shit talk me in a live and they get booted out. So that's just the way it's going to go. Hey, April, nice to see you. You never knew what, honey. I don't know, Kitty, what you didn't know, but okay, let's watch this. I'm sorry, Jen.
No, you're good. I mean, hey, April. Hey, girl. That's where my mom
is she? Hey, welcome in, sweetie. I had to defend that. And that's not cool. That's not cool. Okay, so let's get into Jack and Lily. Because we haven't done them in a little bit. And then we're going to talk about Sebastian, right? And guess good work with the mob crew with the earpiece. We're going to do that. What do you want to do with Lily? Anything, Jack and Lily first?
I do. I want to because I started to put Malaya into the map. So I think we should look at her and how she's showing up now.
Okay, send it to me and I'll pull it up.
Oh, I did send it to you. I sent it. You can look at one of your old emails and pull it up, or I can send it to you again. Hold on.
I got to change my emails because they're going in reverse. I hate that.
Okay, that's okay. I can send it to you. Hold on.
Okay.
I just get it.
Okay. So let's do that. Any with information. It's okay, sweetie. Mods, let's just make sure. You could just time somebody out and just put rules, no shit talking anybody. And you can just time them out. So if it comes up on the screen that's not going to be good for anybody. If I have to read it, it's not going to be good. So my advice to the Mons is to get rid of it before it shows up. Because if I come across it, it's just going to be a downer, because it really ticks me off, that stuff. So just make sure the chat's clean. Sorry, I'm being honest. Like I just, people don't appreciate free, you know, like you're not paying for this. It's not a subscription. Like we are working our asses off, and it's, you know,
Right.
because we want to. So, okay, I still don't have it, honey.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm sending it to you now. Exactly. I mean,
Okay.
you know, I have worked hard on Layla's case, and you know, I have my own experiences with the family, the
Mhm.
aunts and uncles, the parents, and the searchers. I have my own experiences with that, and it doesn't, none of that even matters. You know, the fact that Ryan made fun of the work and everything, all that really does is push me harder to show up and show out. That's all it
Yeah.
does. You know, if they want to talk to, you know, I mean, the mediums that they were following, you know, one of them, I told you that one of them literally sent Seth a message, an email that that they were working with, shit talking him, thinking that she was sending the email to Katie.
What?
Yeah. He has had some experiences of his own. And, you know, so we have our own experiences that create our judgment of other people. And I think that just because I've had an experience doesn't mean that you're going to have the same experience. I'm just saying that for me, the character, it was just not good. And the fact that he would make fun of my work is, you know, that's it is what it is. And so I don't.
It drives me nuts too. Truly, like it drives me.
Oh my God! I mean, it really makes me just work harder. I mean, it just makes me work harder.
I just feel like, you know, this must have been person in past life that, you know, is one of the people that burnt the witches at the stake. You know, I feel like, you know, like seriously, especially the people that get so aggravated over it. It's like they take it so personally. It's like, you know, this has to be an old past life really traumatizing you, because you are so irate. Like it's wild. And it's just, you know, I try to remind myself this is just somebody that burnt witches at the stake, you know, like I just try to remind, but it's hard. It's really hard. And when it's another creator, that drives me nuts. And that we get to see things that the public doesn't see in the background. And so that when it's another creator that stands in front of my people and everybody watching true crime and pretends they're all that when they're not, it's just that so annoys me. So I get it.
Well,
okay, let's move on.
Hopefully he takes note when Layla's found, and he looks at my videos about.
Well, and they don't have to agree with you, but don't make fun of it. Like, you know,
you don't have to understand astrology. You don't have to understand astrology. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to even read the lines. All you got to do, if you're a searcher, just go where the circles are. I mean, it's very simple. Well, I don't know. And people make it harder than it is. And it's like, you know, all you got to do is go to the search where we searched, where we were going to search. I mean, we were, you know, they drove for hours and hours. And so did Jeff and I. And we had these resources, these people that were going to come. And I won't mention the other creator that was on Sebastian's case, Sniff. He was supposed to come too, to help us search. He was going to come with a boat. I mean, we ended up with no resources, no way to really search the areas I wanted to search at the time.
Because the people that promised you to show up chose not to.
Yeah.
Well, how is that in integrity? That is the point of, you know, this is the point I'm making. So before y'all judge, like just really just remember, that's why I'm so vocal. That's why you get what you fucking get. And I'll fucking own my shit, because I can't stand people that are two-faced. I lived with two-faced people my whole life. I can't fucking stand it. It's like my ultra, like, it's like my witch comes out, man, you know? It's like the sword comes out. Fuck, I
So I want
hate
you to
that.
take note. So I want you to take note here. You can turn
Yes.
off the, you know, you can turn off all the lines except for Malaya. She's now the pink purple.
I gotta
And
go.
you can
Hang on.
look, so if you want to, you could even look at some of the markers that I have just on her lines, or I don't know what you really want to. You could even look at the railroad tracks like you were looking at, just different areas. And I did make notes on her lines.
Okay.
I'm
So
pretty
just
sure
to
I made notes.
Okay, so just to reiterate, we are looking at Malaya's chart so far. Jen just got the birth date this morning, earlier today, so this is the start. So, okay, you just tell me, sweetie, what do you
Okay, so
suggest?
I'd like for us to, I'd like for you to turn off everybody but her, and let's just focus on her for right now.
I just zoomed out to get that, but I don't, the chart, like, it doesn't work for me the way it does for you. Hang on. Like, I don't see the chart.
You don't see the tab where you can turn them off and on?
No, look at, like, I got no tab. Let me just pull it up again. Happened yesterday, remember?
Yeah.
I think it's just because I'm not
You may have
using it
clicked
properly, or yeah, like I don't know. There it is. I just don't know how to use it properly yet. Okay. Okay. So I'm turning off everything but what?
So,
Malaya?
yeah, turn off Missing, Nova Scotia.
They're all off. Oh, Nova Scotia. No, sorry.
And the
I lied.
Missing. Yeah,
There
we
they
go.
are.
Okay, now.
Okay. Where are we going?
So we're going to go close in to the house. And we're just going to see what these lines are going to tell us. So, okay, so her Saturn is going to go northeast. Her Saturn is going to go northeast over that area where I'm interested in. That little.
Right here.
So her Saturn is going to, yeah. Her Saturn is going northeast, but her Chiron, where she's pained with the investigation and what's hidden, is going southwest.
Okay. What does that mean?
Well, what's hidden on this angle that pains her about the investigation, she is going through a Saturn return. It's only going to get more intense as Saturn's going to dip back into Pisces, and then it's going to come into Aries. So she would be going through her Saturn return probably in 2027.
So is that when we're going to see justice?
Well, no, it'll actually be next year probably. I don't know. I'd have to play the tape through, but it'll be next year. Anything that brings in money on this angle, business related to Nova Scotia. So the Chiron in Scorpio could be about murky water, pond, a sewer, a cistern, and in time, if the kids would be found on this angle, because this is an angle with her Chiron, her pain. She should have pain with her kids being gone. She should have pain here with the investigation, which is Scorpio. Mm-hmm. So we're going over
right over the lake
road. We're going over the Lansdowne Lake. So if the kids were anywhere around there, they would be in murky water.
Right here.
It would be in like a mesh, you know.
Oh shit! Does this go to our cave?
And you can turn on the addresses if you want to see what I've got marked here. You can turn on the addresses.
Yep.
There you go. And just, you can see if I have anything marked on these lines, because I think I do have a cemetery here. The cemetery would be closer to the house. The cemetery is actually on that line.
Here?
Yeah, the cemetery is on that line going there. There it is. Yeah. New Laird
Well, that's
cemetery.
what we were talking about the other day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then the Chiron in Scorpio is going over those railroad tracks.
No way.
Yeah, you can zoom it out and see what else we find here. Okay, so we've got another one going up on that Saturn line.
Yeah.
We've got another one right there. What is that? That's where the river empties here.
No.
So if the kids would be found over there, it would be up under maybe a barge, or because this is
Well,
a
they were
Saturn line.
looking. This was where they closed the road and the police were looking a few days ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
shown.
are you sure they were looking for them?
Evil Exists posted, RCMP posted a road closure in the bay here. I can pull up the video. He showed it.
Okay, go further in then. Let's see if we can find it. See if it's on this line.
There was a road closure right in Caribou Bay, right here, and they posted it RCMP, and they
go close in. Go close in, because we could be looking at I don't know, am I saying marshy, like a marsh, like a
right
yeah.
here?
I mean, wow, so it empties here. So if they were in the river, it would have emptied here in this bay. And we would be looking at them maybe possibly being hidden under something like
That was Caribou Bay.
or something having to do with any ships that are coming into the bay, anything.
Well, they were in Caribou Bay, so something brought them here, but maybe they were in the wrong bay.
Interesting.
Because I doubted it. I was skeptical, but I took a screenshot of it. Let me pull it up. Because they then removed their post.
Interesting.
So I don't know if maybe it wasn't the kids or maybe it wasn't a body, but they were searching. Let me pull that post up. That's very interesting to me. I get so many posts, so many pictures. Bear with me. I wonder, now I'm really curious.
Yeah, there's a fate here with her Saturn. And like I said, her going through that Saturn return, we got to think about, the map we just looked at with, Drummond. He's going through that Saturn return. So are we going to find the kids on the Saturn line, or do we need to go down on the Scorpio Chiron line? There is a fate here.
Oh, okay, I can't pull it up, but I can, maybe tomorrow I'll find that video and we can play it. But okay, so these are the two places we're sort of honed in at. What about the cemetery at Laird's? Because we went there the other day too.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we have these other, we have these other markers down on the Scorpio Chiron line. So I want to look at those.
Okay. Where am I going?
Yeah, just keep going out, zoom out, and let's see the other markers on the Scorpio Chiron line. Let's see it's right there. So let's click on that marker, that blue marker. So Village Road, River Park.
Sure.
So I want to say that this is around where the police station is, maybe, or I don't know. I don't remember why I've got those markers there.
Okay. There's the police station here, I think. Oh no, that's the cemetery. But the police station I think is on Lansdowne, but I could be wrong.
Okay, so then that other conjunction to the left, there's a marker there on that conjunction, and that's Thorn Road. That's a cemetery. And so click on that conjunction, because there's a square here with that conjunction with her Saturn and with her Neptune. I'm sorry, with her Scorpio Chiron. So there's Neptune, and it's Neptune and Uranus. So what is the Neptune and Uranus? If there was going to be it could be that cemetery, but if we scroll on out, is there anything else that's going that direction? There is. Wentworth. Okay. Anything else?
Yep.
There it is. That's the tribe.
No way.
That's her tribe.
Okay, so how do we zero in
And
here?
go on out a little bit more. Go on out just a little bit more. Okay, so that's okay. That's it. All right.
So there's nothing in the United States. It didn't go down to the U.S. because it could have
Not
gone
yet.
this way.
Yeah,
Okay,
not yet.
not yet. Okay, well,
Not yet.
because Drummond says
Still putting her in.
yeah, okay.
I'm still putting her in. So that would be Sag going toward Maine. And I haven't put any Sag in just yet. This is, just what I got started on with her.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it is very interesting that this angle has a fate with her Saturn. I really like that angle a lot. But the Saturn, usually usually a perpetrator, I want to look at their Neptune line. A perpetrator, if I've got the perpetrator, I want to look at the Neptune line. But with a mother, I want to look at her, or a father, I want to look at that Chiron line. I want to see how it's, coming in with different angles, right? So this angle right here is pretty intense. It's going to be intense for her for the next couple of years. This angle.
I know. I'm just wondering I'm hoping that doesn't mean we have to wait 2 years for justice.
I don't think so.
That's maybe trial. That's an arrest and trial for the next 2 years. That's,
Yep. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping.
Okay. So where do you think, I have a girlfriend that lives in New Brunswick. She's told me, or Truro rather, that I can go and stay with her if I want to go look for these kids.
I still like the woods. So if you go in, I still like the woods that is right off of New Lairg. I like those woods. I like those woods going down close to their home. I still like those woods. And that Saturn could bring in a containment. So, okay, so this angle, so if you scroll in, going closer to their home and where we were looking at the other day.
The train track?
No. It could be. Okay, so it could be. If we scroll on down, go closer. So let's look at that train track, and then let's look at that area that I was interested in too. So if we look at the Gairloch Road, where the railroad tracks are, that's Saturn angle. So what this could mean is that the Saturn would be indicative of the train tracks. Saturn is work. Saturn would bring in money for Nova Scotia. So the Saturn would be the railroad tracks, and then the Chiron and Scorpio would be if I put the kids in something, I've contained them. That's Scorpio. To be contained in something, you can't move. You're in Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a savior, if there is a well, a cistern, something that you could put them in, like a cave,
because I first tracked them in here. Like I sent my pendulum to the police in here, but you have no markers there, and the train track is here, so it's not train because it's going this way. The train track parallel to Lansdowne. That's just that line right above Lansdowne.
What I'm saying is her line is going right there over the train track. So if I want to find the kids, I want to go on that line by the train tracks.
No, I know, but I'm just saying they didn't take the train. I'm saying what I said when I pulled them up here, that maybe they took a train out. So I'm saying no, they can't have, because your line's not going that way. Okay.
Well, it is going over the train tracks, so that's pertinent. And then if you go up on the other angle, going toward the Saturn line, that area that I was focused on with the woods, where you could either go right or left, and you go left and there's a house, and on down, and then you go to the right off of New Lairg Road and Gairloch Road. I'm interested in those woods. I think people should be looking in those woods.
Right here, eh?
That are close to her house. Going down. Yeah, closer to the house. Going in. Scroll on in. Go down a little bit. But that road that's right by their house.
Matheson West?
No. No, scroll on in. Go close to her home. That road right there to the right. That the line is going over. That line is going over a trail, and
Well,
it's
this is what
leading
I told. I told the police in my statement,
right
and
in
this
there.
is, yeah, I told the police in my statement. That's why I wanted to pull up this other video earlier, because I got shit. I said, and I went public with this at the very beginning, that I told the police that I saw someone that was scouting out their area, that came in through the back and brought them up through the front, and went, I thought it was closer to the road, but that they went through the trail sideways towards this clearing and went right towards the lake. But I thought they veered left here. That's where I went wrong, according to
I
this
mean,
map.
that's a lot of terrain, that's a lot of terrain to cover. And so, if they covered all that, the
Well, it's
Saturn.
not that far. If they were on an ATV.
Limits and obstacles. Yeah, she's got limits and obstacles here, with authority, with the cops, with what she's hidden. That's what I think.
Okay.
I think this is a good angle.
So you think right in here.
Yeah, her Mars is there too. Her Mars that is conjunct. Yeah. So
somewhere in here. Well, I mean, that's where the police were looking.
Yeah. Yeah, but in time, she's going to get it.
And you think they could be in the water? Because they searched in here. They dove here.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they're not in the
water. Maybe they're not in the water.
Maybe they're buried under the water or something.
They're contained. On this angle, they would be contained. So they would be caught up under something. They would be trapped. They would be in something. If let's say that you've got a log, and you put them in a log, you could step over the log. You could, what have you. But I mean, I'm just saying, this is a containment.
Yeah.
They would be contained and wouldn't be just loose in the ground,
Oh, I see now. This is the house you were talking about right here, right?
No.
This road?
No. I was talking about the one right by their home on Garelock Road.
Okay.
Right there. Yeah. You go close in, you see where you can go to the left. You can go down
here.
Road. Yeah.
Well, that's when people were giving me shit. There's no way to fucking walk in there. I'm like, yeah, there is. I'm like, yeah, there fucking is.
You can see it at ground level. I mean, you can literally drive up there. It's a trail.
And the news captured it, which is why I wanted to show, which is why I pulled it up.
Yeah, there's a whole trail right there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
The things people say to us, like, I just find it so funny. Yeah, no, I got heck for it. There's no fucking trail there. How are kids supposed to walk through from local people? There is a fucking trail there. So thanks. Yeah. And it's on the news clip. Yeah, it's on the news clip too. There is for sure a trail. Yeah, you can see it from the road. Mm-hmm. I'll show you just quickly on this news clip, because that's the only thing I wanted to play this for. And then do you want me to pull cards? What do you want to do next? Just want to show you this. Oh, I need to get another setup so I don't have to do all this back and forth. This is why I pulled this up, because
to him, not the press conference. No one was supposed to. When he saw those two faces, Lily, just 6, and Jack, barely 4, he saw something the rest of the country missed.
There it is.
Yeah.
And I said that before I saw this video. So through the back, and there's a trail. Look, right there's the house. Now watch the pan.
Something the rest of the country missed. A cover-up.
Right there.
Yep.
That's not the road. That's where I had them going. So, yeah. So there's lots of ways. There's lots of ways they could have gotten out.
There's tons of terrain. So anything anything on that angle with Malaya is where I'm really interested in. That Chiron Saturn, there's a fade as the queen comes. I mean, you can't get any better of an angle than that. So I'm going to be focused on that, and maybe, put a few more angles in there. Maybe look at Daniel's, if we can find his birthday, and then see where we can pinpoint a location.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. Okay. So now, do you want to go? What I had planned, everybody, is to go and watch one of the interviews. I'm not going to watch the whole thing because it's long. I just thought it was time to start fact checking the interviews. What do you think? Does that work for everybody? Jen, does that work?
Yeah.
Because
with Lilly
I
and Jack
just
or Sebastian.
with Lilly and Jack, and then we'll go into Sebastian. I just
okay.
That too long?
I don't think so. I mean, it's up to you. I know that, the stuff that's coming for Katie, that opposition that's coming for her again is, it's relevant.
Okay, well, we'll watch part of this, and then we'll do some cards and see what the chart says, and then we'll go into Sebastian.
Okay.
Okay, Missing International.
Next time, we'll do Sebastian first.
What is that? Okay. Charmaine, just tell me who that person is playing a guitar in the messenger that you just sent me. Oh, sorry, I took it down and yet it was right there. So May 25th is International Missing Children's Day. Over the past 3 weeks, several agencies have participated in the ground and air searches in Lansdowne Station as part of the ongoing investigation into the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan, a Nova Scotia RCMP that wants to thank the hundreds of volunteers who scoured the area for the 2 children. As RCMP officers continue to assess and follow up on all aspects of this missing persons file, investigators thank the many Nova Scotians who have been contacted with the police with tips. Anyone with information, of course, who hasn't spoken to officers is asked to call the Pictou County District RCMP at 902-485-4333, or to remain anonymous, contact Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS, which is 8470.
Okay, she spoke quickly because I fast forwarded it because I want to get to some of the comments with family here.
So much. And that's it. And Daphne, I'm very sorry for the pain your family is going through. It's heartbreaking. I would have to actually, you guys, whoever's out there, you guys know how to take a screenshot off the screen. So you guys can do that and decipher. I'll have to sit there and use my brain cells to decipher exactly what she said in there, to be honest with you. I just want to check with Charmaine here. And like I said, this.
Whoops. Y'all, damn. I'm having the worst time. I need a better system. I can get more cameras set up because it's just. Anyway, okay. I want to read it. I don't even know who Daphne is. Does anybody know who Daphne is? I so don't follow true crime the way other people do. So I really don't even know who Daphne is. You don't know? Okay, so
I'm like you. I'm too busy trying to find kids.
Well, it's also like with our case, like when we get the Find Me Group cases, I have not worked on mine yet. I have to write after this and work on the case. This is due tonight with the Find Me Group. We don't get like all this intel. Like we get 1 or 2 lines, right? So
right, yeah.
We're used to not going in and sleuthing, and I'm reluctant to a certain extent, but I'm not. Like I think it can accompany what we do, but it can take us down rabbit holes too, and it's so time consuming. So I think it would have to be selective and organized, because this is the bunny trails. Like it's great for Sunny. Like if they were coming on my channel, I would do the same thing. Likely, we all would do the same thing and let the family speak and do interviews. But to say that what they're saying is factual, I would never stand behind that, because the family says it, so it doesn't make it so. So I want to just fact check what they have to say. So Daphne writes, Mandy Taylor, that's not true, but I tell you who they interrogated for 4 hours, which is my nephew, the father of the kids. Okay, so Daphne is not Daniel, but the biological father of the kids, right? I forget his name. Cole or something, is that it? And my sister-in-law, the grandmother, for what they never seen the kids in a year and a half. She kept the kids away from them. They didn't want them to know where they lived or anything, because look where to live, what kind of house they were living into. They only lived 40 minutes away. Sharing brought the kids up because the boyfriend didn't like them. So why are the police interrogating my family, the police or RCMP, whatever the F you called are full of F and SHIT. They don't have a sweet F and clue. We look, or what we're looking for, to me, my own opinion. That's all I got to say. Just bring Jack and Lily home because we miss and love you so much. Okay. So this is Belinda, and I've been a little critical of Belinda because Sunny thinks she's God's gift to the grandchildren. And, you know, I've had local people say, like, it's a small area. If they really wanted to find them, they could have. Like, they didn't try that hard, you know? So
Yeah.
I guess I have an issue, probably because of my own issues with my mom. Like, but to me, it's just like this Drummond situation, or no, the Hayden case I worked on. Like, the family didn't report him missing for 4 effing years because dad said that mom took custody of the kids, and they never validated. They just, for 4 years, he refused to bring his little boy around to the grandparents, and the family just supposed that the father, who just got out of jail, was a crack addict and a heroin addict, was telling them the truth. And the same father says in the interview, you'll see it when it's released tonight, I didn't want my grandson to go back to my son. You didn't want your grandson to go back to your son because he was just released from jail and was a drug addict, but you accepted his analogy or his explanation for why he didn't send his grandson to see you or give you the opportunity to see your grandson for four years before you thought to call the police and report him missing. Like, my head, that's
Wow.
kind of what we're looking at right here. Not the same, because the kids didn't go missing, but it's like, maybe I'm being harsh. Tell me if I'm being harsh, Jen. But I just think, like, okay, she's probably not
I don't think so.
responsible, but she didn't try to see these kids. I think this woman likes her 15 minutes of fame. Like, she's all over this channel like she's the glory keeper of the flyers and all that stuff, and doing the best she can for these kids. And really, if she loved them, she probably wouldn't have taken no for 3 years to not being able to see them when they lived 40 freaking minutes away, 20 minutes away from each other. I can't get that. I cannot justify that in my head. I just can't. Do you? Like, I just can't. Anyway, I think it's highly inappropriate to come on and claim to be the savior and the all-knowing. You haven't been around for 3 years. How do you even know anything? You know Jack, SHIT, literally. You know nothing. So I don't.
You're asking me.
Right.
I'm live now, which was 4:30 my time, basically. You guys are 4 hours, so it's 2:30 your time.
That's when Sunny came in and gave me crap when I was saying that last time. So, her and I had a few words.
Passion for people, and you just want to do something and do a small part that can bring awareness.
I just don't agree with her.
Thing ever is
but I don't know, Belinda. But that's just my opinion.
Go back, take screenshots of this, read them yourselves again on there. Now, Charmaine sent me this person that made a song. Apparently, I don't know what it sounds like. It's off of Facebook, but either way, it's something sweet that somebody obviously has done. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to play this.
So,
and
I want to do
this person with down and wrote a song about it, right? I mean,
okay.
Whether she's or even though it doesn't look super. And again, or that there's no sense.
I'm gonna have to go through these
well.
times. Here we are again.
Grandfather is.
We got Belinda now. No. Belinda, this is who I was just talking about. I'm sorry, Belinda. If you ever watch me, I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just how I feel. Belinda saying the kids were last seen Thursday night when they went to bed. They were heard playing in their room around 8:30 Friday morning. Mom and stepdad fell back to sleep and woke up to silence. They couldn't find the kids and called 911 around 9:40. Search dogs still couldn't find scent. Do we want to do a reading or anything on that?
Well, see, here's where, if they are methed out, they're not going to be asleep. So that's out. They're not methed out, because methed out people don't sleep. So if they're asleep, if they fell back to sleep, then if they are on something, they're definitely on something other than that. Okay. I think that around 7 o'clock in the morning, I started looking at her chart and looking at a non-mover with the communications, the two people, which would be her kids.
Yeah.
And it was 7:01 a.m. when the moon was reflecting the communications with kids and home and mom. And
what
it
time?
wouldn't be her mom. It would either be her mom or it would be Daniel's mom. So there is.
At what time? 7 what, hun?
7:01 a.m. Yeah. Yeah, 7:01 a.m. This is when there is some type of communications with kids, with home, with family. And, the kids, it would be at that point in time, I think that if the kids did walk out and did go get in a car or were hit by a car or anything like that, I think that there is a big chance that the missing Mars with we're going southeast on the missing Mars. That Mars was in an opposition with Pluto. And the Mars in Leo, it's about kids, and it's about home. So was there abuse at home? Was there, were the kids wanting to go to school? Were they, I don't know what time they usually caught the bus, but, at 7 o'clock in the morning, that Mars was opposing Pluto, and it was squaring Vesta. And Vesta is the flame of life in the 6th house of health at the time. And so do we need to go toward that Scorpio line, or do we need to go toward the Leo line where the Mars is? So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't know. I do know. Hold on. No. Now I see. So looking at the charts and dueling it out, her Saturn.
I'm going to pull it up.
In Aries is the same degree that Mercury was at in Aries. So we could look at that. And it would be something that had happened in the past with possible abuse.
Let's pull it up.
There's a lot of things that have taken place in the past at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay. Because at 6:48, Janie admits, and in the interview that she did with the CBC, admits that she took a phone call from her brother at 6:48 a.m. for a few minutes. Welcome in, hon. Welcome in.
Well, now that could be the reflection that I'm seeing with the communications, with the weight that she was having with the communications with the moon, which would be the family, the mom. So yeah, that could definitely be that conversation that she is reflecting on at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Where am I going?
Close to the home.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Oh, I have the wrong map.
The missing Mercury is at the same degree as 17 degree as Malaya Saturn. That means that the communications with the two kids, there's limits and obstacles there. So I really do like that angle. I really do. Leanne, I think that angle with the Saturn and the Chiron is that it's going to be that angle.
Okay, let's go. So this one here?
Yep. It would be that angle. And that angle goes, of course, it does go, the Chiron in Scorpio does go to the tribe, the local tribe there.
Yes, it does.
That would be hidden sex, other people's money, things that are hidden with the investigation. Saturn could represent, that an older man, an older woman.
Okay.
So
that's
I don't know.
Tribe up here, right?
Yeah, I think it's this angle that I want to focus in on. Lily has a lot of 1 degrees in her chart. There was a lot of 1 degrees in the missing event. So that would make me wonder if they're about a mile from the home.
Okay, so let's get a mile. So we want to figure out what a mile is. What angle? Northeast? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we could look at both. We could look at that angle going both ways for about a mile.
I know, I just don't know how to do that on the graph, so I'm gonna have to.
I can do it. I can draw it in and then make a circle for the.
Can you? Okay.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and do it.
I gotta give you control so you could just maneuver the screen. It would be less clunky.
Well, your computer does better.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Your computer does better. Pulled up.
Okay.
Yeah, my computer doesn't do well when I pull up Scribble Maps. It wants to throw up on itself and then just not cooperate.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wow, this is wild. Makes me want to.
And so I'm going to refresh it. I mean, once I save it again, you're just going to have to refresh it to see what I've got pulled up. So
okay,
I'm going to go down and try to do the mile angle with her.
While we're waiting for Jen, if anybody here that's not a member wants to be a member, we have our 30 weeks of psychic development, intuition development exercises in membership. I did one video yesterday. We'll probably do live next weekend or next week for Q&A for members. It's $1.99 a month with Learn Tarot. And Donna, do you mind putting Jen's channel up for us too, sweetie? For everybody who is not subscribed to Jen, please go and do so. She's been joining us. We are trying this new format. It's going to take us a little while. Just give us a couple days to finesse working together between the charts and the cards. But hopefully you'll find it interesting. And I'm already wanting to learn astrology so bad. I mean, I've always wanted to, but now it's like, if I wasn't writing my damn book, I'd be studying right now, because I just find these lines it's crazy. Jen, it's crazy. I'm still blown away with the lines that go over the Sebastians. Okay, let's go.
It's very interesting. Okay, so you can go. I've already done it. You don't even have to refresh it. Oh, we lost Leanne. We lost you, girl. So I had already, it's interactive, so I can see the map is already.
Yeah, I know. I just lost my own.
I can already see where the map has got the 2 hot spots there.
Did I get the right map?
We're just going to look at them. Yeah, it's already there. So zoom on in and let's look at those circles where it's about a mile. Yeah, April's been in the trenches with me since I started doing the lives on YouTube, and she definitely knows that they do tell a story. So you can just zoom in to where the circles are, Leanne, when you're ready.
Sorry, honey. I'm trying to. Which circle are we talking about? The big red one here, or these little ones?
You got to go closer in.
Okay. Oh, these ones.
Yeah, zoom in.
Oh, shit.
Zoom in, and those circles. The circles should show up once you zoom in.
I got it. Can you not see it? I'm in the wrong freaking. Okay, I got 2 screens up. This is my problem. This is why I said to you, I think I'm in the wrong screen, and I was. For the love of God. This is not my forte. I used to have an assistant. Can you tell? Did I get the right one? I still don't have the right one. Can you see it now? Yeah. No.
I mean, I can see the circles, but you would have to zoom in to see the actual circles. I don't think the circles would show up. I don't know.
I could see it on my screen. I just didn't have the right one.
There you go. So back on that.
Look at that. That's the freaking. There's a house there.
Yeah. Is that a house right there at the lake?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be about a mile. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah. So it's a house right there on the lake. Well, we know that they're not going to be there unless they, no, I don't think that they're going to be there. So let's go down. Let's go down a little bit. And let's go and look at the other one. I don't think that they would be there either, but it's possible. Okay, so turn on the other ones. Let's see if, like, Nova Scotia, Canada. Let's see. Oh, they're right there. Okay, so let's look at that. Let's see what that line says. It's probably not going to show up within the circle. It's yeah, you'll have to get out of the circle to see what the line is saying. Okay, so this is Nova Scotia's vertex. They have an intense experience here with something that's hidden with a containment. So I like this. And we could even go even further down a little bit if we wanted to. I don't know though. Like on that road. That would make more sense. But this is where they have an intense experience about the investigation. This line, and of course, this line is also, we've got to keep in mind, it's also going to the tribe. You can turn on the missing too and see if we've got a missing line there. Oh,
no, it just zoomed right out.
I think it's because you didn't click on the actual missing. Yeah, right there.
Because I got to pay more attention, better attention. Okay.
So it doesn't, I don't see a missing line, but I may just not have drawn it in yet to see if there is a missing one there. I think Jack is there. I'm pretty sure Jack is there.
Where?
Jack is on.
Can I turn his on?
Oh, shoot, but not that. Yeah, the left. Yeah.
Jesus, man. It's really finicky. Like, you got to be really accurate, which, you know, not my forte.
Yeah, so Jack is right there. His line is going right over Nova Scotia's vertex, it looks like to me. I can't see it. You got to zoom in some to see which one it is.
Now let's turn Lily off. Jack's on. Let's turn off Canada.
And then go back to where we were so we can really see and zoom in. Yeah, so we do have the missing Uranus in the 11th house opposes the fifth house of Juno. So the 5th house of kids with the relationship that brings the conscious raising experience is right here. So we have the missing line. We have Nova Scotia. We have her. We have Malaya. And then Jack is up there at the red. That red line is Jack. That's his Cupid and Sag. And it would be his desires to go toward that train.
No. Okay.
That Sagittarius is going to be quick. I think that's the train. By the train. I don't know.
Yeah, because the tracks are right here. Well, they all cross the train tracks.
Yeah, they're all going to cross the train track, but where can we find them? You know?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be those circles I'll end up taking off just because I don't want to just, you know, create a hot spot just because of a mile. But I was just showing you that going both directions, that 1 degree, we could be right around here on both angles or on this angle. We could be right around close.
So let's think practically speaking. Do you think if something happened to the kids, they would be, and the parents took them and disposed of them, they would be this close to the house?
They didn't have much time. And I don't see that. I think that they would have. Okay, so
that's a good point.
Wasn't Malaya, no, wasn't she said to have driven around to quote unquote get service?
Look up in April. Yes.
Okay, yes. So where did she drive?
No idea.
Where did she drive? Where did she drive? We would need to look at that Mars. That's where she would drive, I think. The Mars angle. I think that's where she would have driven.
Okay, now we're back with her. Where's her Mars?
It's in Pisces, so it's going to be north, going west. It's going to be right.
Burn down the other ones.
Yeah, you can turn them off. So you can focus on her Mars, because does anybody know where she drove? Where she said that she drove to get service?
No, I don't know. I don't think she said, but
we need to find that out. Where did she drive to get service? Because that Mars, that's her Saturn. So there's the Mars.
Is her Mars.
Yep, there's the Mars.
Straight north.
Yep, so the Mars. Okay, so come back down, because she didn't go far. She couldn't have gone far.
Go in a circle.
Yeah. And the Mars and asteroid is in Pisces.
Mm-hmm.
So could she have, where did she go though? You know, did she go up Matheson Road? Did she go Gerlach Road? I'm wondering if she went Matheson Road.
This is what I said to the police. I think they went this way and that way.
So if we look at that circle, okay, if we look at that circle and we go to the west and on that line, so if we use that as a marker for a mile and go to Matheson, here? No, the other one. That's this. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, we could look right around there. Let's go closer in.
Well, I'm thinking this part of the water.
Let's go in. And then, okay, so now turn on Nova Scotia. Let's see where Nova Scotia is showing up. Oh, no. You gotta click on the,
yeah.
Shit.
I'll learn someday. I swear to God.
Like, you're going to get it, girl.
No, it's just, you know what it is? I'm too impatient. It's my, I got to know, I'm just this is so, I love this. Go to church all day. This is crazy.
Okay, so here, so that blue line, click on it. Okay, so this is their Jupiter in Pisces. This is it right here at Matheson Road. And I would go right around there, right there right there.
Because that's the end of the lake. It's marshy. If we go zoom in.
Yeah, that would be about, yep. So click on there. Okay, so that's the Scorpio, the Pisces. So there's an angle with the Scorpio. Yep. That could be the marshy area, and it could be even closer to the Matheson Road. I like this one too.
Look at the creek runs all in through here towards Matheson. Look at it.
Yep. Can you go toward the road and see? I don't think that Matheson Road will highlight, but can you zoom down on Matheson West Road and see what is there, where the lines are connecting? No.
Down?
No. Yeah.
It just goes to Gerlach.
No, I mean, go close in on the road, the actual road, where her Mars is. Go to the west. Go to the left. Keep going to the left. Yeah. Right there. So what is that? Can you see if are those houses right there? On Matheson West Road, are those houses?
Those are trees.
So there's a road that is going to a home. Is that
there's a house here? Yeah, there's a house here. There's also, this is the one on the lake.
Huh? Yeah, but there's another road. There's another road with a dwelling. So could she have put the kids off the road with a dwelling? Could she have put the kids off the road right here and contained them in the woods? Put them in something right through there? Yeah.
Well, there's two houses on the lake then, because
that would be about a mile too.
Because this is also a house on the lake. There's two houses on the lake on two sides.
Yeah, but right around that curve. If she were driving, I don't know where she would have gone to get service. That's the thing. I don't know. We got to find out where she drove. Where did she go? So this Nova Scotia line that you're on right there, that's going to the school. And this is where that Mars and Pisces is.
So you prefer
and then turn on the missing, just so we. I don't know. Turn on the missing again.
God,
don't that side.
Fuck. Sorry.
Jesus.
For the love of effing, I swear my cursor. I gotta really, next time I'm gonna like 5 times look. Okay. Where are we going now?
Same place. We were just looking to see what the missing line said. Go back up to Matheson West Road, where we just were.
Why can I not see it now? It's like now I've just gone blind.
No pressure. Okay, so there are missing lines. Let's look at them. Let's look at them. Zoom in on Matheson West Road right there. Let's look around that curve. I still think that they're going to be closer to the home, but I'm going to end up in hot spots here so we can talk about them. So the missing, that's Nova Scotia. So look at the green lines. Excuse me. So this is the missing Venus conjunct Neptune in Aries. So this would be, if there's any evidence that's hidden, we could find it here. Click on the other yellow, green ones. So this is a missing North Node. It's a lot of energy going here. And it's conjunct Saturn. So in time, there's limits and obstacles here. With authority. Okay, so I like this. But I would even be.
I think it's in here.
Highlight.
I think it's in here in this Mars.
Yeah, I just don't know how they would have gotten up there.
Well, you're right. You're right.
But
because if she drove, go ahead. Yeah, if you come down.
If you come down closer to their house and you look at that dirt road from Gerlach Road that we were looking at before, those lines are going right over there too.
I know.
Right over there in that opening, and then there's woods.
Okay, so I'll tell you where I tracked it, okay? I tracked it that they came in through here and went this way, up this way, which is long. It's a fucking long ass detour, but it takes them to the power lines, which takes them to Matheson, right here to Matheson.
Yeah.
Right? You see that? They could have gone through here by ATV. There's it's open quite here. It's quite open in here. Right to the power lines to Matheson. Because otherwise,
it's definitely interesting.
Because if your theory is right, and sorry to cut you off, honey, but if your theory is right, and Malaya pulled up and parked her car, say right around the corner from this house, they could have carried them in and dumped them somewhere closer to the road.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of terrain right there. But you know, going closer to her home, that dirt road close to her home, you can see it from Gerlach Road. It's a whole dirt road that you can drive up.
I know.
You could probably turn the little man on. You could probably turn the little man on and see it. You know?
I can't find that little man. Where is this little man you talk about?
Well, if you don't see
but
it's
right here.
Yellow...
It's right here.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That road, you go down Gerlach Road, you take a left, and this right here that's where the trails are. There's riding
well, they didn't even need to go down the road. We just saw the video clip where they went. They could have gone right where this line is.
The backyard.
Yeah, like one of these two green lines leads to this right here. It's probably this one right here.
Yeah,
no, because it's in front of the house.
Her Mars
is in front of the house. Her Mars.
Yeah, we're gonna go either to her Mars. we're either going to go to her Mars or to her oh, go back over grandma's trailer, that RV. So if we think about her RV, right? If we think about her RV, the Mars that she has is going over her property. It's going over the back, and then her RV is to the right. So her RV is the Saturn. Her RV is the Saturn.
Yeah, where the drugs were that she wouldn't let them search.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, so her RV is Saturn. That's Malaya's Saturn. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the Saturn is that woman with the authority, with the abuse that's given her limits and obstacles with Scorpio. Did she sell the kids? I mean, I don't know. But
I think Janie had something to do with it for sure. That's my theory.
And then that back property. So the back property, what was that again? So the grandma has is that a shed? What is that? What's that dwelling in the very back there of the home? What is that dwelling right there?
The chicken coop?
Okay, is that the chicken coop? Okay.
Yeah, so, the brown roof is the chicken coop.
Interesting. Okay.
Fuck, did they bury them under the chicken shit?
Interesting. So the Scorpio that she has that's going with that angle with the mother in the RV, that Scorpio line with her Chiron is going south, west. So the angle is expressing the fact that she gives her limits and obstacles, and what Malaya is hiding from her, where Nova Scotia is riding with her, and the missing event is going southwest with that Scorpio Chiron with their Jupiter. Mm-hmm. Their Jupiter that's trining the Scorpio Pluto. Mm-hmm. There's a relationship here too, because Juno is showing up, and Juno is always going to be a relationship. There's somebody else. There's a relationship. Who's the relationship? Is it the mom? Is it the stepdad? Who is it? So we just would follow that on down, and their body could be contained somewhere along that road right there, because it's barely coming over Gerlach. Yeah, we wouldn't even be getting down to those people's house. So they could find the kids eventually on that angle before that.
Right.
Spot. Yeah, like right through there. Yep.
Well, this is where my pendulum brought them.
But I would think that they would be contained, because there is a lot of energy.
My pendulum had them right in here, and I pinned it 6 times, like was right in here. Like right in here. It came up 6 times. Like I didn't just say that to the RCMP and text them that location without hitting it 6 times. But I think they searched. But I get like an old cave or something underground or something.
It could be, yeah. It could be something, that's containing them on this angle. On this angle, there is a containment somewhere. Just gotta figure it out. And I'm going to work on her, adding her in and looking at it a little bit more, and adding some hot spots that we could talk about.
Okay. Fascinating. Should we continue to watch, or they plan? Hang on, let's just see what we got going on in the chat, because I haven't really talked to chat. Do you want to go into?
If we do Sebastian's map, I've got Seth pulled up on the map.
Okay.
So when you open it up, we should just see Seth, and we could zone in on the property, and then come out, and kind of talk about those angles that he has.
Okay. Should we just go to Peter's Pumpkin Farm while we're here for Paula?
Sure. Yeah. Definitely.
I'll pull cards on Peter's Pumpkin, and then we'll wrap up Jack and Lily. Man, we could be, a whole year just going through the videos just with stopping and doing this. This is crazy. There's so many things you can look at. Okay, let's look for pumpkin patch. And then I'll pull cards. Then we're going to go to Sebastian. So what's it called? Peter's Pumpkin Patch?
Peter's Pumpkin Farm on Riverside Road, she said.
I got it. Peter's Pumpkins.
And then you can just add a marker there.
Oh, I'm just pulling up the Facebook. Sorry, honey. You wanted me to pull it up. I'll pull it up on the map. I just wanted to get like a feeling for it. Peter's 2255 River Road. Okay, let's pull it up on the map and then we can compare it to where it would fall on the oh, it's really close to an automotive store. Wow. In my vision, I said a mechanic, like there's no doubt about somebody works on vehicles in my vision. So there's the Peters River Road, Peters Pumpkin Patch, right beside an automotive. But where is that in relation to Gerlach? Let me just do it this way. Should have done it this way. 1407 Gerlach to it's no River Road. Pick two. What is going on? Come on. Okay, 1407. Where is it? Pictou County. It is Pictou County. Why is it not coming up? River Road, Pictou.
Did you put in the address of the pumpkin patch?
Yeah. But it's just giving me like, okay, so it's 22 minutes away. I'll just pull it up. It's 22 minutes. I need a better system. I need more cameras to do what we're doing effectively, but that'll happen another day. Okay, so it's 22 minutes. So it's, oh my God, it goes right over New Laird. Oh my God. Right over to Plymouth. You see this? It goes right over New Laird Road, all the way up through Rockland. Huh? Put it on
their map. Yeah, their map that we were looking at. I think that's what she wanted to do, is see that area on the map.
Well, I had your chart app. I don't know how to do that.
You can't put in you put it in the other day. You put in an address and added a marker. You added an address and a marker.
No, but on your yeah, I'm just pulling it up for now, but I don't know what you mean. Put it on the map.
On Lilly and Jack's
I'm just looking at it. I can't do it on your map.
You added a marker the other day, so you're able to do
it on your map.
Yeah, you did. You added a marker.
But I don't know where it is yet. I had to figure out where it was first. I don't know how to search on your map. Can I search on your map? Like
you did before, so
no, because I knew where I was going. Like I don't know how to get to that location on your map. Like I'm looking here now, and I put River Road.
What is the address? I'll just add it on there.
2258 River Road, Pictou County.
22.
I was trying to find it first, and then I was gonna pinpoint where it travels.
Did you say
through.
2258?
Yeah. River Road, Plymouth, PLY, Mouth, Pictou County.
All right, I added it.
Okay. So now let me just go back in and grab the map. Whoops, the wrong one. For the love of God. I've got emails open. God.
You're going to have a gazillion maps too.
We're learning. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you added it?
Right? I added it. Yep. And so that is where the pumpkin patch is. And you can go closer in and then see if there's any lines that are going to go over it. You can click on the missing, see if there's a missing that's going to go there. Oh, no, not that side.
I know. There it is.
I'm
going to give you controls next time. There's no missing line.
Right. Yeah. There is a missing line. You just got to go closer in.
Is that the pink one?
No, you just got to go closer in to really see it. Okay. So yeah, no, not any missing lines showing up there yet. So, and like I said, I'm gonna add Malaya in more, and we'll see. You can look at, Nova Scotia, but I don't think that they would be at a pumpkin patch.
Yeah. So this is the pumpkin patch.
Park, maybe. I don't think that they would be at a pumpkin patch. Maybe the park. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't really need to do a reading for that. Okay. Okay. So let's move into Sebastian. Hopefully Leanne does better with the chart. What did you pull up for Sebastian's chart?
Well, I've got the map.
Did we do anything with
that's just set on Seth right now, so we can see where his pain, the angles, with that Chiron that he has in the 5th house of kids. I don't know. I mean, people may have addresses or places that they would like to look at the map on the map, but
we were gonna do the mob crew. I didn't. But I didn't watch the whole thing. But that's fine. We don't have to. But no, I didn't watch it. Did you? The earpiece?
I skipped through it. I skimmed through it just because there's a lot that's coming. There is a court date that will be coming up with that Texana chick.
Right.
And so that opposition, it could be the court opposition that she's got, or it could be that what Mob Crew is talking about with the earpiece and the devices. That could be that opposition that she's got coming. But she does have an opposition that's coming in just a few days. And it's Astrea. So Astrea is about the divine justice. She's in Sag. She is definitely in the 1st house of Sebastian, which is his life path. And that's opposing her and all her problems with the communications.
Well, he was talking.
What Texana picks, so yeah, Lloyd Lama Texana is a advocate for autistic kids, homeless kids, and she and Chris have teamed up. She and Chris teamed up early on. They have a mutual hate for Bullhorn Betty, and they're constantly talking in these court rooms. She's given him files. They're talking. It's weird, very weird. And she's doing way too much. She's
doing, is she not?
She had come to one of the vigils. She was recording. We asked her not to record as a courtesy because we were not going to record. None of the creators were going to record until after the prayer. She had her camera on and she was interviewing people. She was hoping that Bullhorn Betty would be arrested that day, and that's the day that she was arrested.
Mm-hmm.
There is just a lot of weird stuff when it comes to Chris's dealings with Texana. And Texana has YouTube. She has a Facebook. You can check her out. She is causing a lot of problems for Seth for the case. And she's becoming Sue happy. And that could be the opposition as well that's coming for Katie, but especially if Katie does show up at court.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a major opposition. The judge had to calm Texana down. He had to tell her to put away her devices because she was trying to record. He had to get on to Chris to tell him to stop talking to her, to go and have a seat because he was in the aisle trying to talk to her, kneeling down. And it was just, it's ridiculous. Texana Hernandez, like I said, she does have a Facebook, she does have a YouTube, and she creates problems. Even though she says that she's an advocate and she's looking for Sebastian and she's going to different homeless camps and, you know, all this stuff, she is definitely working with Chris.
Wow.
It's evident. It's not my opinion.
I told you that I never follow White Boy Lockdown, but I just think he's in with the J for Justice and Titanium and all those trashy granny people. And anyways, he was live when he reported Betty. I watched him live. It might have been other people, but he was so excited the day they arrested Betty to report that she was breaching her or whatever.
Yeah,
so
like
I don't know.
She's coming all the way from Texas to stir drama. All these people do, just like White Boy.
Oh, I know. It's wild. Okay. Well, let's. I wanted to show a little bit of the mob crew because I said here, I don't know if y'all remember. Last night, I just watched a little bit of it. Like, it takes a long time to do what we do behind the scenes, let alone keep up with everything. But I said, and I don't know where I got this. I think I just was downloaded and I heard Katie sing, and I've said this before on the live, and I don't remember what interview she was doing, but I heard her in my mind say, but we practiced this so many times. We practiced it before. And at the beginning of Mob Crew last night, he's talking about a trial run. Like, they practiced. There's a car that he overlaps. Y'all, did anybody see that? 2 days in a row, a car that goes and he overlays it, and it's literally like the same route. It went up and it does like a 3-point turn. Anyways, I just wanted to show that because I think they did a practice run and something went wrong. So I'm just going to show that for a minute. And then I wanted to talk about, maybe I'll do a reading tomorrow separately about these earbuds and whether Katie had a different set of earbuds, because that's what he was talking about. That Katie had a private phone conversation on an earbud that she didn't let Sebastian listen to at Texas Roadhouse.
So when looking at these two
let's just
vehicles,
listen for a second.
When we were originally looking at this, the cars kind of look, I mean, they look pretty much identical, except for one had a light under the main headlight. And, you know,
sorry, Jen, did I cut you off?
No, not at all.
Okay, because let's just do this, and then I'll do the earbuds. I'll do a reading about these earbuds and what was, you know, tomorrow, or we can do one tonight if you want to get into Texana.
Wasn't quite sure if it was the same car, and when I first ran it through AI, it was kind of telling me it was two different cars. But since that time, and I'm trying to get to it here, I have learned that with more screenshots and trying to, I mean, I can't really enhance the video much more just because there's not, you know, when you start zooming in the pixels, even if you do an AI enhancement, it's not going to, you know, it may clear some things up, but when you run it through AI enhancement, it tends to kind of do the smear thing, especially when things are more towards the, you know, further away. It just kind of blends colors together. Oh, there is 2 lives going on? What? Voicemails. Here is both videos combined together.
Watch this.
And you'll notice how this vehicle and this vehicle, notice how they're kind of look like they're not fully all the way there. That's because, you know, on the 26th, this vehicle was out in the driveway or out in the street, but on the 27th, it's not there. And then vice versa with the white, it's a Chevy Tahoe or something like that. But this white SUV here, vice versa, wasn't there on the 27th, but it was there on the 20. Wasn't there on the 26th, but was there on the 27th. So here you can see where I line them up, and then you'll notice this is me without it, just playing them both together, start to finish, without manipulating them. You'll see how they go and almost literally combined into each other. And now that is both of the cars. As you can see, the lights are exactly the same once they combine into each other. And then so I thought, well, if I do that, I'm going to just do it from start to end. And I had to kind of manipulate it because, again, the 26 car starts out a little bit slower and then kind of speeds up to where the 27th would be at. So here I manipulate it. And so here's both cars kind of overlaid together. And just look how well they fit into each other. That is both the cars, as you can see, because you can barely see the black SUV and the white SUV is both transparent. That is both the 26th and 27th overlaid into each other. As you can see, it is literally, I mean, they just mirror each other. The only difference, obviously, is that one car, one day it had its floodlights on the bottom, and clearly the 26th it did not, and the 27th it did. But one more time, both cars are overlaid together.
I think he's talking about in the middle of the night.
So it's the same car. I know we kind of...
I think he's talking about the middle of the night. I just wanted to show that because I don't know if anybody remembers, but I did say, I swear to God, I heard in my head Katie saying, but we practiced it so many times. I do think...
I remember you saying that.
You do too? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I do think they did a rock trial run because to have jammers, which I also believe they had to plan this to jam it. And something went wrong in the plan. And I think Sebastian figured it out and wouldn't take his meds, or they thought he was taking his meds, or he resisted, or something went down. Because I also believe that she was telling Sebastian what was going down in Texas Roadhouse. That's just the feeling I get when I tapped in. I did a video on that too. And he looked so sad to me. But anyway, that's my theory right now at this point. I think they planned it and they practiced this run. So when I saw that last night, I was like, wow, okay, because I haven't been following him at all. I thought that was interesting. So I haven't watched more than that. So I'll do, if you want to do something else, I'll do, because I need a reading for Sebastian. So I will do a reading tomorrow on what was going down, if there was extra headsets, and I'll play this a little bit later if you want. So
okay.
What do you want me to pull up now, honey?
Sebastian's map.
Okay. I don't have it saved, so I'm going to have to find where you sent it. I think I have it.
If not,
yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. So y'all, I'm going to do a reading on that. I'm going to listen to that. I just didn't have time last night. I got to write tonight too, because I haven't written yet today, and do the 5-minute group case. It's going to be a long day. Okay, so we are at Sebastian's map, honey.
Yeah, so just zoom on in, and we're gonna look at Seth's lines here. Being that he is the only one. No, you don't have to turn anything on or off. No,
they're already there's
yeah.
Okay,
he's already on. You don't have to turn anything on or off.
Jen's like, don't fucking
no,
go
down.
I gotta prove it to you. I'm gonna get it next time. Okay, where am I going?
Okay, go close to the house. That way we can look at Seth's lines. And so the mob crew is obviously talking about, yeah, we gotta zoom out so we can see it. Just a few other houses. Okay. So the mob crew, yeah, right there. So the mob crew is talking about the home that is going over So the home that he's talking about with that he's looking at, that you got the audio, would be from the Stafford Court and Kellyn property. That one right there.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Seth's line, we looked at the other ones and we didn't look at Seth's. So that's where the car is, the Mars. All the action that is, yeah. So this is where Saturn, his Saturn degree is also Sebastian's. Their Saturn is going to be right there. Hey, honey. It's going to be right there. And that's his lowest point. His lowest point is going south. It's going south out of the neighborhood. And that says a lot to me, that there is a possible vehicle and is going out of the neighborhood south. So if we go south out of the neighborhood, okay, so then what are the other ones saying? So if we go south, right, so that's his lowest point. And it is the moon during the missing event was going over his Saturn. The moon was going over Sebastian's Saturn. And it was opposing Neptune. So what does he have in Pisces? He's got his midheaven. That's where he meets his midheaven, is in Pisces, where Neptune was in transit, opposing home, opposing the lowest point. So if he has a low point, right, that low point, this is the, okay, so that angle that you have, that's Neptune and Pluto. So Pluto is going south and the Neptune is going west. That's his 5th house of kids. Okay, you can even double, yeah, you could even double click them. And if you wanted to, you could even look at those ring camera properties closer into the home. You could even look at those ring cameras. So the lowest point is going over that home. It's going out of the neighborhood. But then if you look at the ring cameras, if you turn on, go close in a little bit where the ring camera houses are and turn on the addresses. Oh, no. Yeah. Okay, so we see, okay, so that's the car residence. That's where the ring camera is picking up the backyard. And this is where there is a flame of life. There's a flame of life. And this is about the past action at home, at that man's home, with the flame of life.
Yep.
And then, because that's what we're trying to understand, did that ring camera catch something with them taking Sebastian out of the back, putting him in a car with Sebastian's health?
Yeah.
Was there a health factor? Well, Vesta in Cancer would say yes. Okay, so look at the Laird property that's across the street there, right there. This is Seth's outer wheel in the 8th house of Aquarius. So the 8th house is about death, rebirth, regeneration, things that are hidden, with a video. That video is where he is questioning, right? He is questioning whether or not that is actually showing Sebastian taking the trash. And then the other, the other Astrea. Okay, so here is where he is connected to the TBI. Seth's Astrea in Capricorn is going over his home. And it is in an opposition with the media, with us, with the people. Because there is something,
words, go ahead.
With the car property. Yeah. And Kellyn, and a car maybe coming up Kellyn, coming back down.
Could that be their bullshit story that the lights were the freaking trash trucks?
Yeah, it could be. Yes. It definitely could be. Most
definitely. Bull. I'm sorry, that was complete bull crap. I mean,
yeah. So click on that. Click on that one and see Astrea and Capricorn is critical here, because it's critical because it's a 29 degree. So this degree he shares with the TBI, and it's a 29 degree. That means it's critical. It's an anaretic degree. It's very intense, and it's going to be prominent with the earthly life with a 29 degree. All right. So this is where divine justice and the law enforcement meet with authority. The Mercury line is going to South Carolina. It could be a home, mom related. This is where Seth connects to the TBI and a relationship. And that relationship is Mr. Laird, and the justice with Astria is with TBI. Yep. And so the next line that he has, right there over that house, over the Laird property. No, the other one. This is where he receives a lead. But see how that angle is going over the Laird property and the Carr property? Yeah, it's going over both of them.
Wow.
And then right in front of Sebastian's house, that line, Seth descends. He rises in Cancer and he descends in Capricorn with relationships. And that's where he was descending with relationships in the trash truck, the TBI.
Because he didn't believe them that it was a trash truck?
Right. And he doesn't know for sure if that's actually Sebastian walking the trash down.
Because they're claiming it is.
I added 2 more neighbors, only you don't have to click on those, just because I wanted to see whose properties those were and how those lines are telling a story about those 2 properties. And I don't know those neighbors. I don't talk to the neighbors, so I'm not sure, but eventually we may know.
And what's this one with this one again?
This one
camera?
is the camera. And this is where the Jupiter line is in Virgo. This is where the law enforcement expands their investigation with the health of Sebastian per Seth's natal. And it's fated with Sedna in Taurus. And so the Sedna in Taurus is where we're going over the manholes in the new construction.
I still
There's a letting go. Yeah. Yep.
I just don't think he's in a manhole, but I mean,
so you can even, I know that you can't do the, let's see, I might could do it for you, where we could look at the Texas Roadhouse and see what the, let me go onto Sebastian's map, and I'm going to get it to where you can just refresh it. You can refresh it, and then you can go straight to it and find it, the Texas Roadhouse.
Okay.
And then we can go from there. Because I think that's, it's a big deal to a lot of creators. And I think that it would, Texas Roadhouse, Hendersonville, Indian Lake, turn on the addresses. So we'll do, I'll leave the Texas Roadhouse up because I want to talk about why I really want to show you why I want to talk about why I'm doing this. There's Culver's. I know he went to the Strike and Spare that day too. So I'm going to put that one on. And then where's the Strike and Spare? I'm trying to find it here. Strike and Spare. There it is.
I just gonna.
So I'm gonna
refresh it.
I'm gonna have these. Yeah.
Let me know. Sorry, honey. You're gonna add these.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm gonna turn the address off, and then just put these up where you can just see the lines, and we can just talk about where Sebastian went to that day. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. And then you can scroll out and we can look at the other properties.
And just when you're done, I'm going to refresh it.
Yep, I'm done.
This is confusing you, Miss Kitty.
You'll have to watch it a little bit. If you're just joining in and you're looking at it, you will be confused. But we're just looking at the behavior of what took place. But you may be mind blown here in a minute.
Okay, so Sebastian's map. Always wants to zoom out. Okay, where did we mark?
So those markers, and we're going to look at Sebastian first. So, we're going to look at Seth first. So if you want to zoom in, this is where Sebastian went to that day. If you want to zoom in to the Texas Roadhouse, right there. That's Texas Roadhouse. The other marker is the Culvers, and then the other one is the Strike and Spare. So if we go closer in, go close in.
This is the Strike and Spare?
That's the Strike and Spare. So we just want to look at Seth's lines and what they're telling us here. And you can just double. Okay, so this is the third outer wheel with Leo. So it's about communications with his kid. And the outer wheel in Aquarius is what we learn with video, because Aquarius is about video. It's about groups. All right. So that's telling the story. And I'm going to remind you why I'm talking about these. So that's the Culvers too. So let's go over to the right line too. Next line, because it's this conjunction. This is where Seth meets his North Node with Leo and a relationship. There's a relationship here. The conjunction goes to Chris's ex-wife into Chattanooga through Georgia. This is a great line to find Sebastian on. Trash guy. This conjunction is where the trash can may have been in front of Stafford Court. I don't understand what I'm saying. Stafford Court. Okay. So, all right. So we know that this is very important to the case via the media of Sebastian with Seth. This is where he is meeting his North Node, which is a lot of attention with relationships about his kid. All right, so let's go and look at the Strike and Spare with Seth. Nobody
is yelling at you, Calm Kitty. No one's yelling at you.
Virgo tells me nothing. What does it mean? Oh, well, I've got, if you just listen and you read the notes, it's telling you what it means. It's telling you exactly what it means.
Yeah, if you just listen, first of all, no one's yelling, so turn your mic down. And secondly, just try listening instead of complaining, and we'll figure it out. We'll help you figure it out. But if you want to ask a question, what Jen is doing is going through charts and lines. And if you don't understand, it's because you probably just came in late. We've been doing this for the last few days. Okay, so what I wanted to do, keep going, but what's that?
Go to the Strike and Spare so we can see what that's telling us with Seth. And I'm going to tell you why that this is so important too, because we're seeing it's going to tell the story. It's telling the story, and it's exact. It's spot on. Okay, so go closer in if you can. She says typo, telling, not yelling. Yeah, we're not just telling you about Neptune and Virgo. We're literally reading the notes here about the behavior. This is just the behavior of what's taken place with this case. So go closer in to the Strike and Spare, and then we're going to look at Seth's lines and what they're telling us. Yeah. So Seth, lowest point. Okay, so remember
explain what lowest point is.
Yeah, so remember when we were talking about that property that has the camera, the audio, and we were looking at it and we were saying, okay, Seth is going over that property and it's his lowest point in Virgo. That's conjunct his
right here.
Yeah. Striking Spare. Okay. So now we're getting it. All right. So there is something that took place there. What was it that took place at the Strike and Spare that would be a low point for Seth and his health with what has taken place in the past, because his moon is there. So go to the next one, the next blue line. We're going to look at these four lines. So Seth's Mars conjunct Saturn, the car, and strike and spare. The car, there's something with the vehicle. There's something that is slowing this investigation down. There is a slowdown here with the authority over Sebastian's case. There is something here at the strike and spare. Was it a worker? Was it somebody who held authority here? What was going on here? You know? And all I can do is pull up all the other lines to see what was happening, right? But we're not going to do that.
Can we do what we just did with Steph's chart on Katie's chart, but just with Texas Roadhouse? Is there something that's going to show up in her communication that tells us? That's what I was wondering. Is Mob Crew onto something? Was there something that's going to show up in her communications if we pin it over Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also gonna tell this story. I'm gonna tell this.
Finish this first. Yeah.
Yeah. So go to the right.
Okay, right here.
Right
okay.
One. Okay. Yeah. No, the right one. The one to the right. Well, Chris said it himself. He lists the places that Sebastian went that day, and it's been regurgitated over and over again. And it was definitely the strike and spare. He mentioned the strike and spare, so that's why the strike and spare is on the map.
That's definitely nothing new. That's been there out since the beginning of the case. So yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So Seth Zeus, which is the magnetism. This is where a lot of magnetism is attached to him with the communications, and it has to do with health.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we see those lines with Seth. So you can turn Seth off, and then you can turn Katie on. Yep. Okay, so here she is. And of course, I don't have her birth time. I only have Seth's birth time. So I don't know exactly where her lines are going to be. But any of these that are around, that's what we want to focus on. But that's not the point here, Calm Kitty. I don't think that you're understanding what we're doing here. We're trying to find Sebastian, and we are talking about him going home. These lines are coming from Stafford Court. They are not leaving from Texas Roadhouse. They're not leaving from Strike and Spare. They're not leaving from Culver's. They are coming down from Stafford Court at the time that he is reported missing. So it doesn't matter if he didn't make it home. These lines are coming down, and they're going to still tell the story about the behavior of Katie, of Chris, and of Seth. And that's what we are trying to convey here.
Kitty, I hope you're okay lately, because I noticed your comments have gotten a little edgy on mine too. So I hope you're okay, because you've been a follower for a long time. But I've noticed your edginess lately too. So I don't know if you're really stressed out, but you've been in my chat for a long time. You're a subscriber, and I appreciate you. But we have been doing this for 2.5 hours now. So if you just came in, go back to the beginning. Maybe I would suggest, if you're confused as to what we're doing, or go back to last night. So the night before. I think this is the 4th day in a row Jen's been here going through charts with us. And it's incredibly telling, and that's why I'm explaining it to you. It's just really challenging when people come in 2.5 hours in and get all kind of complaining and not so pleasant in the chat when you don't know what's going on when you're 2.5 hours late. So if that happens, maybe going forward, maybe just go back and rewind, or just ask. But it's be curious. Be curious.
Try to understand, do try to understand, but be patient with yourself. Be patient with us, because this is not something that anybody else in the world is doing. The way that I do it is so different. than anybody else at Mass. So what I am doing, this is a study, and it's something you don't have to understand astrology. I am explaining what the behavior is here. So just be patient with yourself, be patient with us, and I promise you'll get it. You'll get it.
I also just wanted to say
in here, you'll get it. You'll understand.
Kitty, I also just wanted to say, sorry, Jen. If you go back the other night, I think it was two nights ago, Kitty, and it blew my mind because when Jen was showing all the lines and how Sebastian's astrological chart is working, the connections over the 3 houses that have ring camera on them is so, like, if you watch that, you will understand how accurate this is. Astrological energy, right? This is astrology, and how accurate these lines are showing the energy, and the fact that something is showing up right over the houses with the ring camera. It's fascinating. That to me blew my mind and a lot of people's minds. So maybe go back a couple nights and look for that, because 2 days ago, honey, I think it was 2 days ago. Because it's when you see that, it's like, wow, it's incredible the amount of work that Jen puts in and researches, and you can't, thank you, Donna. You can't deny when you see that, and you know those are the houses where the ring camera came out of. You cannot deny the lines. They tell a story, like Jen says. She's just trying to explain it to us. The lines are the astrological movements in the sky that are telling a story. But Donna will post that, and you can watch that, and hopefully that'll help you, sweetie. Okay, sorry, Jen.
It's no big deal. Okay, so double click on her lines right there at the strike and spare. So this is where her Mercury is conjunct Zeus. And so this means that the media, eventually there's going to be some media here. There is something here with the communications with Katie. And it could be Mercury is about the media. It's about your mind. It's about the communications. It's about your siblings. There is a magnetism here. And it actually matches me, where I receive information, where I receive leads. And this matches the FBI ascendant degree as well. So there is something here that we would want to focus on. So
did they ever, I wonder if Dog ever got the video from there.
Well, so that's something else that I was going to say, is that remember how we went through the 3 ring cameras the last time. So this is what I wanted to do this time, is look at the lines that are coming over these 3 places where Chris said that Sebastian went to.
Okay.
All right. So this is, so you can even turn her off, and we can look at Chris over the strike and
spare. Can we go back to Texas first? We didn't do that, did we? Where's Texas? That's Culver's. Okay. So she does have a line here.
So this is her South Node in Leo. She's been here before. And she has, hasn't she?
Yeah.
She has. Yeah. And so she's go back in closer.
Yeah, I was just trying to.
So she's been here. She's been here before with her North Node, her South Node. There's a fate. She's fated with Texas Roadhouse, coming from Stafford Court. She is fated. She's fated with video. And it's the North Node in Aquarius where they search the landfill. Okay. So look at the other lines that she's got right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So Katie is shining here. This is where she shows up and shows out, and God's will is being done. God's will is being done with her. And her sun could be right over. You know, the sun is going to move pretty quickly in the sky during the day. I don't know what time she's born. So that sun could even be right over.
I mean, it could be right here for all we know.
Yeah. All of that is right over it. Yeah.
Best guess. Yeah. And what does this one say? Oh, same
God's
thing.
will is done. Yep. God's will is being done.
But there's nothing to.
So I guess what we would want to see is, where does her sun have a square? Where is her sun, her literal Virgo sun? Where does it have a square?
What do you want to find out? Well, because I'm always wondering, because like there's no communication. There's no hidden secrets or anything showing up. Is there?
No, there is. Yeah, the Aquarius, the Leo and Aquarius fate that she has right there. That's it.
So in other words, the mob crew could be right that she had an earpiece in and was having 2 conversations.
Yes. Yeah, there's video. It's all about the groups. It's all about where she's been. And Leo is about the kids. It's about having fun. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's first 2. So yeah. So now we can look at Chris.
Wow, Leanne, she's learning. Okay.
And so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to just look
Pretty
at
in pink.
Yeah, Pretty in Pink. There he is. So this is Chris's Venus and Leo that's conjunct the Mars. So if we look at and we think about the car, remember we were talking about the car that is coming over the Stafford Court and Kellen with the child. There is something of value here. The value. What is the value here? What is Chris paying for? What is he paying for the meal? What about the car, the vehicle? There is something about the car here. So it says his Venus is critical with attention and kids. Click it again. His Mars is suggestive of changing health, fortunes with a lot of action. Suggestive vehicle, body, movement. This angle is significant as Sebastian's Saturn is Chris's Mars degree, meaning Chris slows Sebastian down with the law enforcement, relationships, and the law of justice.
So Chris is interfering in the investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's interference.
I got to be more blunt for everybody in the chat because.
Yeah. So we could even go back over the other 2, the other place, the Strike and Spare, since that's a place that he's the one that mentioned it, not me. He did.
Yeah.
So we can see those 2 lines. So Chris's dark moon in Aquarius, the dark moon that goes to the landfill that they searched, it's fated here. There's a fate with Chris at the Strike and Spare. FBI wound is Christopher's magnetism, meaning they magnetize to his wound on this angle. The southern line goes to the Cumberland.
Was he there?
On down to Alabama, up into Kentucky. So go to the next line.
Do you think he was there?
I think that there's a fate. There is something up with the Strike and Spare. Our attention.
Why is no video been gotten there yet?
That's the thing. That's the thing that I'm going to say is our attention is focused on the Texas Roadhouse, but there is something up with this Strike and Spare because there's a lot of FBI mentioning Seth's having his low point here. There's a lot of things going on with Chris, with the FBI here. Chris is Mercury in Virgo, so it's squaring the Neptune and Sag. What's the Neptune and Sag, you ask? It's going to his work in Memphis.
So he wasn't in Memphis.
This Mercury is suggestive of his thinking, his communications, his sister Melissa.
But you said it was at an angle?
What he speaks about this Strike and Spare. Hold on, go back. What he speaks challenges what he needs to dissolve with Neptune, who is the great dissolver. Also represents higher learning, long travel, river, water, out of state, religious. There's something up with the Strike and Spare. So if we zoom in a little bit and just turn him off and turn the law enforcement on, what all law enforcement is going to show up here?
TBI.
Yep, they have limits and obstacles here. The state of Tennessee shines here. They show up and show out here. But the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation has their Saturn here. They have limits and obstacles. Is the U.S. Marshals there? So there's the TBI. The yellow lines are TBI. The blue lines are Tennessee. This is where they meet their midheaven right here. All right, so go to the left. Okay, so that's Eric Craddock. Eric Craddock has the flame of life going in this direction over the strike and spare. And there's a lot of magnetism with him on this angle. He is magnetized to this angle. Even though he's not told us that, he is.
Has Seth asked Dog to get the video camera from this? Do you know?
Okay, so if you want to, go ahead and turn those law enforcement off, and you can look at the searchers, because that is where I put in Dog. SF Investigates is also on the map. So the searchers, I don't see him. He should be. Oh God, you clicked on the.
That's fine.
That's okay. So,
hang on. I'm trying to get. There's 42 of them.
Yeah. So you can. Yeah. There's Dwayne. You can turn Stephen, Michael, Jules off, and you can just look at Dwayne Dog. I may not have put his in there. I've only got 12 angles, but he should be there. He should be. He should be going. I know, girl. Like, this is, I feel like there's something to the strike and spare that we're just not being focused on here, that maybe we need to turn our attention to this area.
I mean, long before the video came out, long before the video came out, I said there was some video at Texas Roadhouse. I did not. I've never focused on the this strike and spare though.
Okay, so this is where Dwayne Dog Chapman gets enlightenment about health, and it matches CP Zeus that's conjunct Cupid. So his desire. So Dwayne Dog Chapman has desires to understand the enlightenment that could come to him when he investigates the strike and spare. And of course, he's over there too by the.
Yeah, well, he's right over
at the roadhouse, you know, and it's going to be a Leo line. It's going to be Leo, because where are we focusing all that attention is on the Leo line, but we're not focusing on the Virgo, on the health factor. So those
so you
lines
want to go to Texas Roadhouse now?
Okay, so this is, click on those. So Dwayne's Pluto and Leo. This is where he has a lot of leadership. And didn't he have a lot of leadership?
Yeah, because he posted the video on his channel.
That's right. And what did he post about? The kid. That's Leo. There's a lot of attention. And his magnetism, his magnetism is with Leo. So not only is everybody magnetized to him, and he's magnetized to this area, this is also where there's a lot of deep transformation that happens with Dwayne, and he feels very drawn to the Texas Roadhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With death, rebirth, regeneration, you know? And we do have to consider that other line too, that is over there that we didn't look at with Dwayne right there. He also has a disordered aggression about the fate with the investigation and abuse on this line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Isn't it?
So, I mean, I hope Seth tells him. What's that?
You can even look at Seth Investigates.
I hope Seth tells Dwayne to get, or at night. I mean, I hope they're looking for that footage.
So not knowing his birth time. We're just going to have to zoom out and just look at some of the attributes here. Yeah. So turn Dwayne off. Oh, you've already got him off. Never mind. So just look at that conjunction that's coming down. We can, because FSF, I didn't really put that many angles in there for him. What is that angle right there? That conjunction. So this is where he shines. This is where he shines, but he's not seeing something that is going far.
No,
toward the work of Chris Proudfoot. That's where his Neptune is. He can't see it. He's not seeing clearly any type of medication, anything, any type of medication. So here is his Mars and Gemini. That Mars and Gemini is going to over Worshams, It's going over the Proudfoot property. The Bowersox property, and it's going out to Virginia. And this is where his Mars is squaring all of the magnetism that he has. That's the reason why people are hating on him, because where he wants to shine, Mars is preventing that. The way that he communicates, the way that Steve communicates, opposes how he shines. Point blank, period. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, this was fascinating.
And so is there anybody else that you would want to see that's going over the Texas Roadhouse? Or that's going over the Strike and Spare? Is there anybody else that y'all would want to see? We've looked at Katie. We've looked at Seth, Chris, Dog,
Kathy.
SF.
Kathy.
Yep. Okay, you could look at Kathy. So that would be with, okay, yeah, you got her. So don't click on her name. You know that. Okay, there you go. All right. And again, we just got to.
She's not there. I mean, I guess it's not that close because
her Uranus conjunct Zeus. So her Uranus is in Leo. No, it's actually in Virgo. So this is where the group convenes about the health. And this is where she gets a shakeup because Uranus is abrupt. Oh, you got Melissa on too. Do you have Melissa on, or is that still SF? Because I've got yeah, turn him off. Turn SF off.
I'm just looking for him. Oh, he's still on. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
That's okay.
There we are. Okay.
Okay. So she, of course, I don't know her birth time, so I don't know what else is going over there, right? So she's got a group, the group about health, the group about the video. That's what Uranus rules, is video, rules groups. And then that other one is her Chiron that is going over her home, her past address in White House. That's going by Melissa's home in White House. That's where her Chiron is. But this is where her Pluto is. This is where she is having an intensity. There's a lot of intensity here about health. And it's opposing her Chiron.
Oh, thank you, honey, Alicia. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Thank you.
You can also look at the natal. You can turn all those off or turn Kathy off and only look at the natal, because that's going to show us Sebastian. And just click on that. So this is trans-Pluto. Sebastian's trans-Pluto matches, it's the same degree as his dad's moon in Virgo. Same degree. And there is a fate here with Venus in Capricorn. So his Venus in Capricorn is going to the west. And his trans-Pluto, there is a lot of transformation with travel that goes public here. So the transformation of travel is fated with woods, work, business. That's the Texas Roadhouse, right? The business is Texas Roadhouse. Relationships, responsibility. Here's his MC. So his midheaven is going to the west of the Roadhouse. That's where he meets his midheaven. And then the Strike and Spare. This is where his Saturn is. So his Sun in Sag, his Mars in Sag, all of that first house in Sag is squaring the Saturn here. There's limits and obstacles with this Strike and Spare. There's something up with this Strike and Spare. The long travel, quick movement of water like a river is possible with Saturn challenging his mental exploration. can represent an older male, a business. Sagittarius is also radio waves, what people talk about. It could be that, let's just say that he went to the strike and spare, but he didn't get to bowl as long. He didn't get to bowl. They had to do something else. That would be the Saturn. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't know what happened there. We don't know how long he played, if they only were able to play games. So there is definitely a challenge here during this. And it's always been, there's never a good time that he could leave that house and come here and experience great things, because his Saturn line is going over the strike and spare. You understand what I'm saying? Are you there, Leanne? I think we've lost you. So this strike and spare is definitely where, that we've got.
No, I was just muted while I was talking. Sorry. No, and I'm just making notes. I'm going to do 2 readings tomorrow on Sebastian, because it's too hard to do readings. I can't even work the live and the graphs well enough to do readings and be focused to expect a good outcome. So I'm going to do 2 readings tomorrow on what Katie was discussing at Texas Roadhouse and what happened at Strike and Spare. I just want to see.
I'm wondering what happened with him at Strike and Spare. Like, what took place? Why is it that, why is it that there is an issue? And the only other thing that I'd like for you to look at, and then we can be done, or I can be done for sure, is the missing. I'd like to look at the missing event.
Okay.
Turn him off and look at the missing event with these 3 places. Turn the natal off and then turn the missing on. And the missing was right above the natal. There you go, right there. Okay. So I haven't drawn in, evidently I haven't drawn in that line. I need to draw that in for the next time. Saturn in Pisces is opposing the trans-Pluto, the transformation of health. Mm-hmm. Saturn was opposing the missing event going this direction.
Okay.
I need to see if there's any other missing line that would go over that Texas Roadhouse.
Okay.
This is where we could get into, whether or not he made it home or not.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Because we need here. Yeah. So what is that one? The missing Vesta in the 7th house of Gemini, that's going toward Warsham's, that's going toward Virginia with that family, is squaring the moon. So the moon is here. So this is the biggest angle that we have. Okay. This is the absolute biggest angle that we have with the missing event, because big time. Hold on.
Go ahead.
I wonder if I have all the missing lines on. Surely I do. Sometimes I turn them off during my little investigation. Sometimes I'll turn some of them off. But look, that moon was a 26 Virgo. And it was coming to the same exact degree as the 26 Neptune. This is the biggest challenge during the missing event, is going toward the moon, where we were reflecting on what place or what didn't take place at the strike and spare.
So in other words, there's evidence here.
No,
right?
No. What I'm saying is that whatever the missing event is reflecting on with this strike and spare, that's where the dark moon is coming down. That's where the moon is. And then going straight north, that straight north line with the Neptune right there. This is the biggest, this is truly the biggest opposition that one could face in life, is having Neptune oppose the moon during a missing event. We had just came from a full moon. The moon is dissipating from the intensity of the full moon, and we are in an opposition with Neptune.
Okay, so what does that mean for Sebastian?
Well, click it. Flame of Life is shown here to LE. Line goes all the way to Virginia. Now go up there and click the Neptune, because that's the opposition. So click the Neptune. It's going straight north. It's the opposition right there. Water, river, CP. And I put CP because his degrees match the moon and Neptune at the same exact time. There's something about that strike and spare with Chris.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Was there evidence there we've missed?
Yeah, there's health. Oh, I see. There's health. There's a health factor here. There's a drug factor here, or medications. There is something here that I feel like
take his medication.
The missing should be going over that. I'm going to make sure that I don't have any missing lines that should be going over.
Well, it's right here. It's right beside it.
Well, I mean, I want to make sure that I don't have any missing lines that should be going over the Texas Roadhouse, and I just didn't draw them in yet.
Okay, because Texas Roadhouse, gotcha. Okay, well here I'm really curious. What I'm picking up, tell me if I'm wrong, is there's evidence that we've missed here. There's evidence at that.
There's something there, yeah.
And maybe Chris was there. Maybe Chris shows up on camera somewhere there if they were actually looking.
I wonder, could you put, can you turn on, if you go into family, can you turn on Melissa? You turn Francis. Well, you could just leave them all on if you wanted to. We just look at all of them right there. But
no, I'm just going to turn them off.
Okay.
And then I got to go back and Faith. Oh, Melissa. Okay, we got a lot of Melissa here.
Okay, there's some more family that you're not turning off.
Okay. Scroll down.
Michael Proudfoot, now he's one. All right, so let's go back and look at her lines with these places, because I'm interested, because we've got some Mercury going on with Chris, which could indicate his sibling. Saturn could indicate, okay, yeah. Yep. Okay, so she's right there. She's got three right around there. So that's the missing.
Oh,
there she is here.
Yeah.
See, her Mercury is there. So her Mercury is going to it's going over Worsham, it's going into Virginia. And this Mercury is square her Zeus in Virgo, so it's about her magnetism. Let's look at the other line next to the left. Okay, it's a Mars in Libra. There we go. So she would have, eventually, she could bring enlightenment to the police. Melissa's Apollo, same degree as Seth's dark moon in Taurus. Mars may symbolize a car and aggression with Sebastian. And then that other one to the right, that white one, what was it again? Okay. And then, okay, so when he went missing, the dark moon and Juno are right there next to her. Right next to her is the dark moon and Juno in Virgo. Those two were side by side in the same degrees that Sebastian has in his natal chart, with his Mars in Sag and his Vulcan, which is God's will is being done. There's a lot of disordered aggression about strike and spare here. A lot of disordered aggression about strike and spare with Sebastian. Something didn't happen or did happen that upset him. He's upset. He's upset here. And I want to know why.
So do I.
Yeah.
I'm going to do reading.
What does her white line over there by the Texas Roadhouse say? Melissa's Vesta in Aquarius opposes trans Pluto and Leo. So she is transformed in the public eye about the flame of life with Sebastian with the video, because Aquarius is about the video. The Leo is about the child. Future flame life is challenged by the transformation of a child and publicity on this angle. Okay. Yep.
Wild.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Interesting.
Obstacles with authority here.
Yep, with the law enforcement.
Wild.
Yep.
So, okay. So let's just summarize
So maybe
today.
you could do a reading. Maybe you could do a reading about the strike and spare. There's something.
Yeah, I'm going to. And
we
I
could look
also
at Terry.
What's that, hon?
We could look at Terry Bowersox.
Yeah, let's do it while we're here. Because I'm gonna do a reading on that and what was going down at if Katie had another conversation. I gotta watch the video and include that. But yeah. Okay, so Terry Bowersox. So where am I at here? I need family.
So turn Melissa off and then turn him on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. The missing is still on. Okay, so that's okay. So, excuse me.
Let me turn the missing off. I'm trying to learn the chart too. The one thing I did it again. I'm so bad at is like, even when I'm shopping and grocery shopping, like looking for, like if I'm scanning aisles and stuff, I'm so bad at like zeroing in on things. It's like weird.
Donna said nobody should ever turn him on. I heard that. I totally heard that. Nasty.
Agreed. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so Terry's Jupiter that is conjunct Apollo. So we've got the physician, and we all know what a physician is, right? Yeah. We have a physician. We got the meds. We got the Jupiter. So there's Jupiter and meds. What is Jupiter? Jupiter is the law. Jupiter is expansive. We're learning something here. Terry's Apollo matches. That means it's the same degree. Terry's Apollo matches Sebastian's Jupiter degree in Capricorn. Second house of values, money, long travels. That means for me that if there is anything that Terry has any type of challenges with the law enforcement, we could be finding them here. We could be finding them here. And there could be a pharmacy around here. I'm just saying. That's kind of what I'm feeling like there might be a pharmacy around here.
There is. I know there is. I know you're telling us there is. Absolutely.
What is the Texas Roadhouse with him?
What's that, hon? Yeah.
The Texas Roadhouse.
I believe that they tried to give him sleepy drugs and he wouldn't take them. And this is what went wrong. Part of what went wrong. Now,
so
maybe I was just going to say, maybe they tried to give them to him at the Strike and Spare. Because before the Texas Roadhouse, well, it does, because before the Texas Roadhouse video, I said, look, there's video missing. I really feel like they tried to drug them, and there's video missing, or there's video that would show something about a drink. I'm really curious now. Anyways,
okay, so remember when we were looking at the vehicles and we were trying to figure out who would have the vehicle to carry Sebastian out? Who took the authority with it? Who was the intensity? It's Terry. Terry Bowersox has his Pluto conjunct Mars right here at the Texas Roadhouse. This is where Terry Bowersox dominates, controls those who are younger than him. It suggests vehicle, body, travel, publicity, and kids. It is a new, like, look, Deborah, I tell people all the time, you can't say, I don't believe in astrology. It doesn't make sense when anybody says that, because it's a language. It's like saying, I don't believe in English. I don't believe in, Spanish. This is a whole new way of speaking. And I speak astrology a lot, all the time in my sleep. I'm thinking about it. I'm looking at all the angles. Astrology is definitely a language, and it's one that you just got to learn. It just takes time, and it takes repetitive. And this is so interesting. This is such an interesting, innovative, cool way to investigate behavior of people. This is a psychology. So why did Carl Jung love astrology? Because he loved the psyche. He loved to see what made people truly tick and how these influences would influence them, you know?
Yeah, well, we are, I mean, to get into it from a spiritual perspective, we are really nothing other than energy. Our physiology is very much the same as a star system. We are really just energy in motion within a body who is made up of, bodies are made up of what, 76% water. So emotions and moon and solar energy absolutely dominates our beings, whether you believe it or not. I do, for sure. You know.
Yeah.
So, and it takes practice. Yes. I thought maybe I gave such slow acting sedative. I said that before, and I said that long before Seth came out and said that he thinks that they drugged him. I think that they did try to drug him, and I'm wondering if it didn't go as planned because he found out about what they were trying to do, and he maybe pretended to take his sleeping meds and he didn't, and there was a fight that ensued as a result. I'm just saying. I have a feeling that may be the case, but anyway. Okay, what else, Jen?
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay, well, that was a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot.
You're doing most of the work. I'm doing most of the fumbling around. You're doing most of the work. So I'm going to do readings tomorrow, but I find it fascinating. So look out for those 2 readings for Sebastian. So can we just summarize before we end, just to wrap up sort of what we feel like we've kind of zoned in on today, if that's okay? Like Lily and Jack, you're kind of honing in closer to the house now towards Laird Road, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going that angle with Malaya. I'm really interested in that angle with her because she is having a Saturn return, and it does, there is a fate with her Chiron. So I'm really interested in what that's going to show us in the future. We just, we're just going to have to keep watching to see what it is that could show up on those lines eventually that's going to bring in Saturn, because she's about to go through, evidently it's already an orb, so it's going to dip back into Pisces and it's going to come to her, and it's already an orb. It's already happening. She's already going through it, evidently. So she may make it. She may not make it to her actual Saturn return, especially if she's living a life full of irresponsibility.
You think she could OD kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accident hit her head, something to do with that head, because that Aries is all about the head.
Well, Aries, I'm just going to say it, or a deliberate OD, like a fentanyl overdose with somebody, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Laced, who knows? Interesting. Hopefully Malaya's watching. I tried to find her birthday. Thank you so much again today. My gosh, you got the birth date for you. I forget her name now. Kathy? Was it Kathy? Kim French. Thanks, Kim. And yeah, I'm anxious to learn more if we can get Daniel's birth date. This is really cool. And I'll figure out, I'll do a reading on Jack and Lily. I might go and do if the police were searching in that bay, because I find that very, very interesting.
Yeah, please let me know. Please let me know.
I think I'll do a reading. I'll do 3 readings before live tomorrow. What do you think about the time? I know it's less people showing up, but I prefer this time. What do you think?
I do too. I like this time. And I think that if I can be done by, say 5 my time, that's even better, because that way I can do supper and, Jeff, it's not on Jeff, which I did put on the pork tenderloin in the crock pot. So it's ready to go now. We're ready to eat. I think we're going to do jalapeno poppers with it. It's going to be so good. We're going to do a little run around. So we're going to have a nice evening, but yeah.
Okay. So I want to do 3 hours, but if we start, so you said 5 your time, so that would be 2 hours for you. So that's fine. I can just do readings at the last little bit then.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
If that's okay with you.
Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thanks for being here, Jeff. So go enjoy your pork. And I do like this time as well because it doesn't take, it's like not like it's towards the end of the day. So it's not like in the middle of your day. It doesn't take up things in the middle of your day if you got things to do. I can do other readings and write, and so can you. And then, yeah, we'll do that. So the first 2 hours we'll go through charts. And then if you've got to go, I'll just jump in and do some readings or whatever. Sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, this time is fine. I mean, you know, the 3 hours was fine. I mean, I'm good.
Okay.
I made this to make sure that I was, you know, we still had, you know, stuff going and everything. Yeah. So we're good.
Okay. So 3 to 6 would work for you too then. Okay.
Sure.
That works. Yeah. Okay, sweetie. Thanks. I appreciate it, Jen. I appreciate your time. And
y'all have a good night.
Yes.
Y'all have
and
a good night. Thank y'all so much for, you know, allowing me to come on here and talk about it. I appreciate it. And I'm sorry that, you know, I don't want to, I hated that, you know, that woman, either way, you know, we're just going to have some of those people, and it's okay.
And I don't mind if they want to question. I prefer to seek first understanding.
The questioning is fine. I'm totally about that. We're talking about the other girl. That other girl.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like it's the seek first understand, like ask questions. It's the attacking that bothers me. Like, you know, and then I can also, and we're both empaths too. We can pick up the energy behind it too. Don't forget.
Like I literally told her, it's okay that you like this creator. It's fine that you have that experience with that creator. I don't have that experience. I didn't have that experience. Me and Jeff were really let down. And, you know, I did talk to him about it. We did not come to a mutual agreement about it. And I'm not still bent. I'm just very aware, and I won't make that same mistake again.
Listen, I don't think if you say you're going to show up with resources to search for a missing child, I don't care what the F happened, unless you're in the ER yourself, a car accident, car broke down, or something legitimate like that. There's no fathomable reason to just not show up, in my opinion. Like, and if you had an emergency, just let them know.
Yeah, Jeff, I'm talking about the person that was, remember when we went to Kingsport, we were searching for Layla, and we were going to have all these resources that didn't show up. And I had been talking to him for months, and then he switched sides, so to speak, because, you know, Layla's case has sides too. He switched sides, and then he started making fun of me. Remember? Well, that girl that was here in chat, she was all about him and was talking about him and bringing him up in chat. Like, you know, he's looking too. And well, I mean, there's a lot of people looking, but this is, you know, Leanne's channel. This is where we should be respecting her channel, what we're doing, what we're talking about, and not bring other creators into the mix. You know, if you want to watch that creator, go watch them. Why are you here? I mean, point blank. Yeah. But anyway.
No, I know. Anyways, again, we also see different aspects and perspectives to things. And we're talking about it. I don't care. Like if when you know somebody has traveled, and you guys traveled deliberately to go search, and they know you're relying on their resources, and they just don't show or give an explanation when you're looking for a missing child, I'm sorry. I'd be fucking livid all day fucking long with that guy. I'm just like,
they were there. They just weren't searching with us because we were with Brittany and GJ, and that was, you know, that's against the rules.
Oh,
yeah. We were with Layla's father and stepmom. So we were, you know, once he got in with the other side, he was like, oh, bye. I was like,
but again, this is about a child, not a side.
I know, man.
And this is what drives me nuts about true crime. It's not about your fucking channel, sorry, and your fucking opinion. Like Sonny came on that day shit talking because I didn't understand. I'm like, the title says we're going to question their statements. I'm not, just because Belinda tells you something, I'm not stupid enough to believe it just because she said it. I'm going to fucking deep dive and see what the tarot says. And she's coming in here going, you don't fucking understand. No, that's the whole fucking point. Just because she said it, I don't have to believe it. You know? Like, oh, God. I was making coffee because I'm not supposed to get excited.
We did find a lot of research. Yeah. We found out a lot when we were there. And everything happens for a reason. And I'm glad that I'm looking back, I'm glad that it happened, because it happened the way it was supposed to, the way it was fated, the way that it was supposed to happen. So we were supposed to find out all the information that we needed to find out. And that was the weekend that I found, a lot of information out that I needed, especially to understand where I could find Layla on this next trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With this
so it was pretty, that experience did lead me to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything happens for a reason. I'm not going to hold a grudge. I'm definitely aware. I'm definitely aware.
It certainly changed your perspective of the dude. Like, yeah. I don't think anybody in the chat would feel any differently than you. Not a fucking chance in hell.
Joking about my lines. Well, let's just joke about your mediums that can't even figure out what Seth's email is and who Katie is and her email. I mean, we can do the tit for tat. I could go down through there with it, but I don't have time for it. I'm focused. I'm dedicated. I'm a mature adult, and I'm going to act like it.
Yeah, well, exactly. But I also will stand up for both of us, myself and you, when someone is trash talking us. I won't pick the fight, but I'm not going to let it go on either.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Leanne. I do.
You're welcome, sweetie.
I love you, honey. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, we definitely dodged a bullet. All right. Love you guys.
Yeah, have a good one. Enjoy your pork. Bye. Okay, everybody. Sorry, I'm coughing on the way out. I'm still not over this cold 100%. Rory had a fever of 104. She's full of rash. Like, thank God it's not the measles or anything, but like when I had a cough and I was sick with the flu, I wasn't kidding. I just was on here anyways because I just want to be with my peeps. But anyway, have a great night, everybody. We're going to do this time again tomorrow. I know it's not necessarily everybody's preferred time, but I get tired at 7. So for me to go run 3 hours till 10, I'm like half asleep at 10. So, okay, everybody. The fever. So I was telling you yesterday, my daughter was like, and then I found out that it was my son-in-law, Josh, Rory's dad, and his parents that were like, we still want you to go to the hospital. So they told everything. They because she had a rash and a high fever, 104, she was rushed in quickly. But they ruled out measles right away. She had a little bit of blood in her urine, so they wanted to do more testing to make sure it wasn't hand, foot, mouth. And it's just my daughter explained at the end of a virus, and the hospital had said the same thing. The end of a virus, excuse me, when it's clearing out of your system, it can present like a rash. But it was covered, like she had it on her body a little bit, and then she woke up from her nap, and it was like just covered in it, head to toe. So they were a little bit worried. And with the high fever, because she had those two things, typically it's a 16-hour wait at CHEO, where my daughter used to train and work as a charge nurse, and she runs the clinic there now. And they did say if her fever doesn't go away to come back, but she's not even keeping the Tylenol down. She's just throwing up. So, it's hard for an 11-month-old. Poor thing. She's crying, and she's always so happy normally. So everybody, thank you for being here. Please go show the respect to Jen if you haven't already. She's been taking so much time with us. We're doing this as a beta test. I've got to figure out a way where we can do readings and be, like at the same time. So we're just playing around with it. It's hard for me to do readings and work the chart. But we're going to play around with it and see if we like it. And if we work well together and I love Jen. If it goes well, then we might do this on another channel that, like the behavior panel, that we just work a separate channel. And then I just do my stuff here, Jen does her stuff, and then we have a channel together if it goes well. So this is kind of like we're just beta testing this to see if we can actually get more clarity by comparing the charts and the readings, and maybe get, thank you, sweetie. It's in the chat for anybody that wants to subscribe. and see if we get better results, right? If we get different insights. It's just extra tools in the toolkit, if you will. Thank you, Kim, honey. Thank you for getting that for her, for Jen. I really appreciate that. And I hope Daniel's birth date, if that's not too much to ask you, if you can get that, that would be also cool. Okay, everybody, we'll see you tomorrow. I'll do 3 readings tomorrow. 1 for Jack and Lily. I see if that road was closed and what was found. And 2 for Sebastian on what Katie's conversation was and what went down at the Strike and Spare with Sebastian, where he was disappointed. I'll do those 3 readings tomorrow, and then we'll see you live at 4 p.m. Eastern again, 4 to 7-ish. And then in 8 minutes, I have a premiere starting with Hayden Manis. Crazy story. It's an hour-long reading. I'm doing deep dives into cold cases. Let me just pull it up so you can see what it looks like. If you want, I'd love if you had time. You don't need to do it tonight, although it will be released tonight. I'll show you quickly what this looks like, because I'm a little bit like, I'm not a little bit. I cannot believe this family, like he wasn't, sorry, I'm trying to show you and I can't really show on my own channel this way. There you go. I'm showing you the video coming up, like the YouTube scene. So you're looking at it. So listen, this little guy, Hayden Manis, was reported missing 4 years after. It's a crazy story. It's just beginning to get popularity in the last month. And he's missing. He would be about 10 today. And very, very concerning, very scary stuff. And so go watch that if you would later tonight. It is nuts, isn't it, Donna? It's nuts. As I've said before, I want to do more true crime cases. So the missing profile are a little bit different here, which is what I wanted to show you. It's got the missing, it's got the newspaper on it. So I'm going to start doing cold case missing kids series. I've got a list of 100 cases from around the world, actually more than that because I've added about 120 cases like this that are cold cases from around the world that I'm going to start, between Jack, Lily, and Sebastian readings. I'm going to be alternating and doing cold cases. So tonight you get the cold case. Tomorrow we'll do 3 readings for Jack and Lily and Sebastian. Sort of, I'm going to go alternate like that. Okay, that's the plan for now. Thank you for everybody for being here. Go check it out. Let's hope we find this little boy. It doesn't sound positive, I have to say. It does not sound positive. And as the prosecuting attorney said, when it's a 4 years, it's like chasing a ghost. They're looking for a ghost. So it's not likely he's still alive, but well, you have to see the reading. I actually was surprised with the reading. If you listen to the reading, I actually was surprised at the reading. He could be alive. The police don't think he's alive, but the chances of finding him right now, 5 years later, is pretty remote, but we can always hope. Okay, everybody, do all the YouTube things. Love you all. Thanks for being here. Have a great night, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Love and light.